Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Spring 2018 After Hours Gaming League Grand Finals for League of Legends. I'm Irving DeBisn III, and joining me on this fantastic day, the man, the myth, the legend, Aiden Zyrene Moon. I shouldn't have looked at him, but I did it already. We broke the fifth wall that we have going between us. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, dude. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. It's been quite a while since I was able to yell and monitor, so I'm really excited to be doing this. I already forgot word there, so it was good. Right off to a good start. We are hitting up the After Hours Gaming League Grand Finals going on today over the last 4 months. 1,700 players from 100 different companies have battled for fun and charity in the After Hours Gaming League spring season. Today, we determine those champions.
Yeah, and for those new to the After Hours Gaming League, it's a modern twist on corporate sports leagues that encourages fun, teamwork, and friendly competition on the battlefields of top esports titles. And this season, the AHGL will donate a total of $21,550 to charities chosen by the winning teams in League of Legends, Dota 2, StarCraft 2, and Overwatch.
That's right. So, without further ado, let us meet the teams and their charities before we get into the games. We get things rolling. Starting on the blue side, it's Amazon with Alexa, gank mid. Top lane is Mega Zero. You may have heard the name before. He may be making impacts in the game. Jungling is XX Skeptic XX. Mid lane, Apocalypse. He is the captain of the team. AD carry in that bot lane is TET Panda. And supporting him is going to be XX Genocide, XX, all the edgy names. And their charity of choice is Doctors Without Borders, helping people worldwide where the need is greatest, delivering emergency medical aid to people affected by conflict, epidemics, disasters, or exclusion from healthcare.
Yeah, and on the opposite side of the rift, going against them, representing Google, it's Team Alpha Lol Zero. I feel like I have to do this in a gravelly voice, like in the top lane. Elite Neat. In the jungle, Zetia. Mid lane, Vanguard. AD carry, Mezuzah. Support, Yellow Emperor. And the charity they selected is Against Malaria, who works to help protect people from malaria. They fund anti-malaria nets, specifically long-lasting insecticidal nets, and work with distribution partners to ensure they are used. They track and report on net use and malaria case data.
It's awesome. These two organizations have history, and both of them are no stranger to being in the AHG finals either.
Yeah, there have been 5 seasons of the AHGL for League of Legends, and Amazon has made it to every single League of Legends finals. And this season, they're definitely coming in as the team to beat. They haven't dropped a single game this season and are 13-0 coming into the finals, and they knocked off the Riot team. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. They did. And Google's not too bad themselves coming into this matchup throughout the spring season.
Yeah, Google only dropped a single game during the regular season, and that was to Alexa gank mid. So this is a grudge match for them, but it's also a grudge match for Amazon because back in the Season 3 finals, Google beat them 2-1. So like I said, Amazon has made all the finals. They just haven't taken every finals, but this time they come in as clear favorites.
Absolutely. It looks like we are almost ready to get into that game, and it has been quite a season, as we were just saying, for both of these teams. You've seen that Amazon came in very, very strong, able to pretty much swipe 7 games off, and they're like, hey, you guys, you get a little bit of a break because you did so well. A few weeks of a bye, and they are either refreshed or maybe a little too lax coming in.
Yeah, but you can see in the top right corner where Amazon started their run, they were the number 1 seed coming in. They've only dropped 0 games, right? They'd won 13 in a row. And so they could potentially clean sweep the whole thing. And this was a 9-week regular season where if you started off 7-0, you didn't have to play the last 2 weeks like you said. So they came into playoffs like that, and they were able to clean up Facebook, Raytheon, and then Riot Games, and now they're in the finals. They already took out a lot of really strong teams, but now they're up against Google, like we said, who they have beaten before in the regular season.
Absolutely. Google comes into this one quite strong. Some semi-known names throughout the AHGL scene, but definitely a high caliber of play throughout kind of platinum and diamond players, where they're able to keep things. It should be pretty good. How do you actually feel knowing that we're going to get some Pyke coming into this game? They were like, yo, do you guys want it banned? Do we want it left up? And they kind of said, we'll leave it to you. I think Pyke's going to be left up for the series.
Yeah, I'm really kind of still new to this patch. I think everybody is, but it will be played on the live patch on 8.11. So Banner of Command got hotfixed. Kai'Sa got hotfixed a little bit. There's been a lot of changes that have happened in the last few days that are pretty disruptive. So I still expect like Kai'Sa bans. I don't know what's going to happen with Pyke. because I don't know if people have put in the time. And also, like, my personal opinion on Pyke is you can snowball with him, but the biggest issue with snowball champions is once you snowball, you stop building damage and you want to build defensive stats. But he can't really index in defensive stats. So when you're running around like level 14, you're still going to get destroyed at the same rate because you can't buy a lot of HP.
All right, well, we are hopping in to Champion Select for Game 1. Let's see what these teams have for each other. As we start off on the left side, I apologize if that blew your ears out. It's the audio setup. It's key. Beautiful, beautiful. But the picks and bans. Vladimir getting taken out of this one. It seems like they don't want top lane to be bringing any power into a late game, kind of annoying split push factor, and then team fighting like a boss, so they take that out right away on the side of Amazon to Google.
Yeah, from Alexa gank mid, throwing some bans towards the mid lane, a little bit towards the top lane too. I think Swain may be another ban that comes out here towards Vanguard. Of course, both mid laners are the team captains, so I do expect kind of a lot of bans to be thrown their way, but also I expect a lot of disruption there. I expect ganks to come out towards the mid lane.
All right. I think we will be seeing a bit of that. You disrupt the captain, you disrupt the voice, and you try to make things a little more chaotic on the opponent's side of the map. Kai'Sa being taken out, even with those changes, still very powerful and very, very fun to play. Hard to get a hold of, and if you can get ahead, the game is over. Zyra, Kled getting taken out. That one slapped right into Mega Zero, obviously, as he gets the aggressive picks taken away from him to start things off as well. And that Twisted Fate at Vanguard.
Yeah, and I guess that even if, you know, you have these captains in the mid lane, you'd always have to pay attention to Mega Zero. This guy, like, even though he stepped away from the LCS and he had LCS play back on Team Marn, this guy, I still sit there and go, he is always competitive even when he's taking a step back from the game. He just finished at Carnegie Mellon University, and he had a top 8 performance there in collegiate.
Playing League, school in and out, going to Carnegie with that Mellon, crazy. This guy is amazingly smart, and he can bring it to the League of Legends Rift as well. We'll see him pick up Caitlyn. Actually, for the bot lane here, that's TED Panda. They will switch, or select, and then switch, so we'll have a bit of time before game start as they pick for each other. Ezreal on the other side, as they say, you know what? Our bot laners are that priority right now.
Yeah, it's interesting that the Caitlyn went through. I actually think Caitlyn is not very good on this patch, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. But because there were changes to AD carry items, the AD carries that don't have to figure out crit builds and don't have to spend as much money on them just feel better. So Ezreal, Kai'Sa, Kog'Maw, Rageblade users like Varus, they don't really dip into too much in terms of like the Runaan's Hurricane and all that comes later in their builds. So Caitlyn, who was like Infinity Edge dependent, now doesn't buy Infinity Edge until second item, maybe third in some cases. But I really want to see what happens here. I want to see if we see anybody abuse Essence Reaver as well. Those are kind of the things I'm looking for here.
All right, what is that final pickup? We'll have locking in Victor for Apocalypse. He's going to be furry with a laser hand. He's going up against Aurelion Sol, so kind of a push fest there in the mid lane to start things off. His Jax is locked in. And may flex. Mega Zero does like himself some Jax.
And Malphite, oh, this is a hard counter to Jax if they lock it in, but no.
No sorry, Bob. They do hover it. That's kind of like a hover maybe at Mega Zero as well, saying we know this. Obviously, this is one of the things you've played quite a bit in professional League of Legends, so.
Yeah, it's also the most played champion of Elite Neat in the top lane. And I actually think
sharing that pool.
Playing Malphite into Mega Zero is not a bad idea. Because Malphite doesn't like lose lane incredibly hard, and even if he does, he's still effective in team fights. And if Mega Zero's playing the Jax, which is a flex pick right now, if he's still playing that, it slows the attack speed so much. Like I was playing with a Jax one trick one time, and Malphite got locked into him, and he's like, "Crap, I'm going AP." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm going AP Jax." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Literally, if I go the normal Jax build, I don't get to play the game against Malphite." So we still didn't win that game. But
he enjoyed his lane more so.
A little bit more than he would have. But you can see they banned the Malphite because that's exactly what they're thinking. The hover there that came out, they're saying, all right, we know that you played. It's your most played. We got to get rid of it.
They also assume that that's jungle, so they picked the Rek'Sai for Zatia as well.
Yeah, I actually like Rek'Sai on this patch a bit. This is Zatia's most played champion, but when things got changed where you have to do like 4 camps to hit level 3,
Right, yeah.
Rek'Sai can actually do red buff, Krugs, Raptors, and hit level 3 off that and then gank. So you don't have to do a Scuttle Crab. It's because Krugs are worth so much experience now, but nobody
You still have
does.
a little bit of sustain.
But nobody does Krugs. Nobody does Krugs. It's like out of the way. But Rek'Sai can do
It's out
a
of the
full
way and it
red
hurts.
side
There's
clear.
so many.
Yeah.
They multiply.
It feels bad, man.
Get them out of here.
But you're able to do it with Rek'Sai and get a level 3 gank off. So I want to see like what happens with jungle routes too, because this is completely new for me. Right? We haven't seen professional games on this patch or even on the Scuttle patch.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how they go for Scuttle Crab in the early portions of this game. I also like that a Kennen is banned, which means we may find a Kennen somewhere down the line in this game. I like it. Choose your own adventure, and it looks like Amazon says we don't want that this game. Those 2 bans, you said, Malphite and then the Kennen, Morgana and Lulu, as the supports get focused over on the side of Amazon from Google's point of view. And it looks like it's going to be Mega Zero's Rumble. How could we forget this champion for him? Absolutely immaculate on it. And we'll see if, he can get taken down by Elite Neat, who has quite the champion pool himself.
Yeah, and this is going to be potential flex pick. Like, there is always a possibility that Rumble goes jungle and Jax goes top. I don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but I expect Mega Zero to have it. He was always a really good Rumble player, and now it means he's kind of in that lane bully territory. But if Elite Neat plays things kind of closer to Swain and Ribbon, you can counter the Rumble.
Dunkage? Triage? Triage?
It would be very easy to gank for that lane, and you could focus Mega Zero if he's a big point that you're looking at going, hey, we want to gank Mega Zero a lot. I can't think of an easier gank setup.
So the Maokai gets locked in. We now see the compositions. They're going to head out for a second, and then we'll get back in before we hit the game. But absolutely awesome comps coming in. Some good lane pressure on the side of Amazon, as they can do whatever they need to kind of win a lane, but they're sustained there on that side of Google, looking to just get to the late game, make Maokai big. No matter what happens to him, he knows he's going to have to fight a little bit against Mega Zero. So well-rounded, and I kind of feel like Google said, all right, we'll kind of react to the composition, but still play what we want.
And I'm looking at the composition for the side of Google on the red side, and I don't see a whole lot of damage. If they can take over the early game with Vanguard's Aurelion Soul and get Mezuzah into that mid game with the TP Ezreal, then they stand a good chance, but they have to snowball. They have to stay ahead of the curve, because when I look at the other composition from Alexa gank mid, there's just way more damage here. There's less tankiness and durability, but there's way more damage here with the Rumble combined with the Jax that'll scale, and then you have a high damage team fight bursty mid laner, and then you have sustained damage from your Caitlyn. So I like the composition from Alexa gank mid a little bit more, but there is potential and kind of an ease of snowballing here with the Maokai Rek'Sai to go all over the game on Google's side. Bottom slide.
All right, so almost in. We will wait for the spectator delay, and then we will be the spectators, fried and delicious. Taters are good. Now I'm hungry. I don't know why I had to talk about food. I'm actually really excited to see what Google can do, already having lost to Amazon throughout the season. That's their only loss, as we talked about before. They know what Amazon brings to the table, but with 2 weeks that Amazon hasn't played, and Google, obviously both teams have played, but in that setting of getting into a scrim, knowing what you have to do each week, Amazon's maybe had a little bit of time to prep something, or as I said before, get lax, and Google may want to attack there and say, we want a little revenge here.
Oh, I think both teams want revenge. Like we had stated earlier, Google, their only loss during the regular season was to Alexa gank mid. And for Amazon, they made every finals, but they haven't taken every finals. Season 3, they lost to Google 2-1, and this is a grudge match for both teams.
Let's see what these guys are all about. We talk a little bit about Apocalypse. As a captain of the team, this guy comes from a kind of competitive FPS background, a little Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Battlefield, Crisis 3, competitively, if you knew that was the thing. He's dipped into it a little bit.
I did
so
not know.
he's kind of figured out early that competition was a thing, is always like that. And now within League of Legends, instead of playing during Season 4 and 5 from India on EU West servers, 180 ping to get things going. So he kind of had that early career treatment, if you will, playing from afar.
It's the hyperbolic time chamber.
You know what? Another person shows it doesn't matter. Yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people will complain about ping a whole bunch. And it's really funny because, like, I just moved in with Box, and he moved from being on the East Coast. I think he was in, like, Virginia or something like that. And he came here, and he's like, wait, you guys play on 60 ping? It's like, yes. He's like, I can't play Riven anymore. It's like, playing on 60 ping just feels so off.
Yeah.
It's like the people who actually have, like, really good mechanics and really high APM, they feel the 50, the 60
Absolutely.
ping.
Well, that's the thing, right? He couldn't get past, Apocalypse was talking about, couldn't get past Silver 2 in that current condition. He moves to NA in 2 seasons, he's Diamond 1.
Boom.
It's like, bam, look what this lag did.
It holds you back, dude. But it
Stop
also
holding
means
me back.
it also means you got to start thinking in the future. That's the thing. If I had a
Yeah, man.
3,000
You actually do have to
MS
start thinking in the future.
delay,
Crazy.
I would be thinking 3 seconds in the future. It would train me. Then when I go back to 60 MS, I'm always thinking 3 seconds to the future. Where are they gonna be?
All right, we are loading on to the Rift. As we dive a little bit more into these gentlemen lives, we're talking about the Captain Apocalypse of Amazon Vanguard, the man on the other side of the Rift. Started playing League from Season 2, peaked at D1. I mean, it's a good place to peak. A lot of people don't get too much closer to that. And he will be now back in Season 6. He was a Bard 1 trick. I should say in Season 6, he was a Bard 1 trick as we get the game here set up.
All right, we're finally out of the 3-minute delay, and we're into the game and onto the Rift.
Cyrene, fly us around.
All right, where am I going? Oh, wait. Oh. There we go. I got it.
Boom. Music stop.
Okay.
Now you got it.
Do I?
Yeah.
This is why we have Claky D observe every game.
And we're in the middle of the map now.
Look at these
All
camera
right,
skills.
perfect.
Oh, wait. All right. They went for the invade.
All right, you know what you're doing. Would you like the keyboard closer?
Sure. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
you can
direct.
do whatever you want to now.
I don't
man.
want
you could
you-
like hang from the ceiling to cast this at the moment.
I don't want you having to do team fights
They're learning.
and the camera.
Chad
at the
is
same
with
time.
us. Chad is with us. Freak and I used to do this back in Season 1, bro. Freak would control it, and we'd both cast. Let me give you some room.
All right, I gotta learn these bindings again. It's
got
been
all the bindings.
so long since I've done this. All right, wait. Actually, I want to do this. Hold on. We're gonna change where these guys are.
Oh, look at
LCS
you.
order. It's been
It
done.
changes it on the right now?
Yeah, it does.
Yo.
I was telling somebody this the other day. I was telling
The code
Kim
is
this the
getting
other day.
so al dente.
'Cause
Oh my god.
It works in game too.
It's so good.
When you change people's, when you hit tab and you change people's order in your game, it changes which F1 through 5 key they are.
Perfect.
Like, the technology is there.
All right, we'll let them know. They'll let us know if we need to up the sound. And it looks like they're going to be doing a little bit of blue buff help here. It is the Jackson jungle, so Skeptic is going to be taking that for himself. And just let us know on stream if we need to up those game sound roonies for you. So Victor on the side of Apocalypse, he'll probably be charging up his staff all the way throughout, getting a little bit of a head, or a little head on those lasers down lane to keep Vanguard pushed in. And look at a little move here from Skeptic.
And it looks like it's a Zatia going for a clear where he went from blue buff to wolves. And I think I don't know if they spotted him on that ward there. But if they did, the Maokai should be collapsing. Oh,
Put the
no.
names on the players.
Doesn't see 'em.
I don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that? No. Wait. This is actually important. Oh, he backed off. Skeptic backed off. And so Zatia, I don't know if he knows that his red buff is still up. All right. Pretend you guys don't see this. We're changing.
So our names up. You missed it. Right. Top right. Top right. Top right.
Ah,
Oh, this is
we did
such
it.
a team effort. I love it.
Thank you.
All right. We're good. We're back in it. Okay. So he backs off. Actually, a little bit of priority on Scuttle to make sure Zatia didn't maybe go from Raptors over there, knowing he would
Yeah.
want his red, though. But still says, I want to play it safe. We don't want to do anything crazy game one. And he kind of calls the audible.
It's actually crazy that he backed off from that.
Yeah.
Because Zatia was going to seed it, but it might have something to do with priority where Maokai was closer than Rumble was. So we'll see. But we haven't seen any roams from there. Oh, it's a TriCast.
Jace is here. 6th player on the Rift.
Oh, Doggo TriCast.
Doggo TriCast.
Franker Z's for the TriCast.
Get all the Borks. We'll see what they can start up on the bot lane. Not even really a push, being held nicely by Mezuzah. They're saying, all right, you're going to push it in. We'll thin out the wave so we can keep it at this 70% mark. You can't aggress too much with Nautilus, but we can keep sustained. Oh,
Ooh.
no, the last minion. You got to say, you play in the future, right, Aiden? And now a BT, Yellow Emperor, rather, gets taken down very low, sub 100 HP. Gets a bit of a heal back, and the heal is held, and it's actually right now a teleport and a flash from Mezuzah, so the heal would have been on Emperor, and he plays that close to the chest.
Oh, I gotta go to top lane.
Oh, you saw it, though! Mega Zero goes down. We talked about how much pressure he can put down on this Rumble.
And we're gonna see it again.
Oh, my God. You get replays in this? Irene, you're amazing! It's going to be Mega Zero getting taken down, and what do you see happening? He slowed it down. Boss, man. Oh, my God.
Wait, another kill happened. Wait, where's this one? All right. After hours, guys. After hours.
After Hours Gaming League.
Yeah.
So the push from
under turret.
In. Oh, under the turret. So the aggression from Genocide there. They got the hook. They said we have the lane, but not if you take a few turret shots, man.
Oh, man. He
What a
got bubbled
start.
right then. That was insane. Yellow Emperor turned that one around. He's the person who looked like he was giving up the lane early, even though it's a Nami. So he just sustains up, and then they're able to take it. Oh, just the aggression there from Panda.
That's exactly what you said needed to happen, though, right? They were able to quickly just make it happen in the bot lane. They said, oh, no, we got aggressed on, but we have to sustain. Oh, Skeptic getting low in the mid.
Wait.
He says bot lane went down. We got to make something happen, so they're pressuring around the map.
Exactly. And so it's a push out there from Vanguard. He blows the Ignite and the Flash in that, but then Zatia gets to go ahead and take the jungle, forcing Skeptic to back. Because if Skeptic stays around, he's just going to die. And I like how Zatia has the Tiamat here. That's a super aggressive option that you can go on Rek'Sai just to help farm faster. So now you can take like the Krugs and all that fast.
Is that kind of a farm priority? Do you fall into a trap if you try to take yourself to lane too quick? And do your teammates need to kind of know you're in this buy pattern?
Yeah, I just like this because it's basically you could buy the Caulfield's Warhammer and some boots, but if you go for the Tiamat, you potentially get more gold faster and just kind of get to a point where you're able to... Wait, hold on, mid. And there's no flash here, so if you go over the wall... Actually, sorry, there is a flash on Apocalypse.
Zatia goes onto him. Apocalypse gets himself to a safe distance. Doesn't
Wants
put on
one more
the gravity
hit.
field. Doesn't really have enough time. And he gets taken down to 100 HP. It's Deja Vu, but with a different player from Amazon. And this is exactly what Google has needed to do from the beginning.
Yeah, it was getting the flash out of him, which equalizes it, but also makes it so it's an advantage for Vanguard in the near future. And I wonder if they're going to go back top again, because they already killed Mega Zero once. And like I said, Rek'Sai plus Maokai, easy combo, easy ganks.
CC after CC. All right, so Neat feeling pretty good. They banned away his Malphite. Almost took it in the first phase of picks, but they decided to go for that jungler instead in that Rek'Sai pick. And we'll see a little bit of ward wars going on in the brush.
Yeah, but Jax is on this
Nice
side.
to fight for. He is coming down through Scuttle area. Big damage onto Yellow Emperor. Gets himself to safety. Summoners are down, so they may have been able to chase there, but they decide to back off.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where they go for a ward and they don't have their jungler on that side, and it could have been heavily punished on it, but Yellow Emperor gets chunked out. Thankfully, he's Nami, so he'll just go ahead and heal up and be okay.
All the heals all day. Ha! Prey Seeker gets seeked.
Yeah, Zatia's what? Zatia's in a really, really good spot right now because he's actually ahead of the Jax, and they're going to fight over the Scuttle. It's the Scuttle rebuttal! Let's see what happens. It's the Scuttle patch!
Oh, man. This is like the first time we get to see what's happening, and it's being anticlimactic now. They've kind of pushed out. Oh, Panda's still pushing the wave really hard. They had priority on what was happening bot lane. It made Google go around the long way.
Mezuzah?
Kind of just played out.
Mezuzah died, and that's what made it so that the Scuttle didn't happen. Fire this cameraman.
It's all right. Every time you do that, it's going to switch back, by the way.
Yeah.
So you'll be tilted with the champions.
That's okay. I'll try to
And you will persevere.
Boom. Oh, wait. Somebody's going to die. I have, like, this... I don't know what it is, but I have, like, this sense that somebody's going to die here. Oh, there we go.
Zyrene knows what's happening. He sees them on the list.
All right. So, hanging out on the side. Skeptic. Ugh. Yep. They got him because he had no flash. They got to revisit.
Down.
Right.
So now where's the pressure going? Looks like they're just going to head back bot.
Wait, are they going to topside? They're going to topside here to push out Neat, who's low, and potentially take the red buff.
I was gonna say, is this our actual CS? But they keep switching back and forth. So it's 71 to 50 though still. So Caitlyn.
All right, no more replays. No more.
No,
replays.
you're fine. Actually, we should cancel on replays. They're amazing. It just takes so many kills are actually happening in this game. If it was slower, it would so.
All right, you know what we're gonna try? We're gonna see what directed camera has.
All right, direct me, camera. Hit that D button. It's not gonna work now. You Z-locked.
Aw, okay.
Yeah, because you have the fist.
What you got? Yeah, the pointer.
Just get
which
it out of there.
we'll go.
All right, so Vanguard clearing out some wards. Top lane's back at it. It's just clearing at this point. These guys, they have teleport up on the left side. Neat looks to get his back up here, but I'm sure he'll stay in lane happy with just kind of the lead he's getting and keeping Mega Zero pushed up.
Zatia's hanging out in that bottom side red jungle right now. Took the Raptors again with the Tiamat. Looking at the red buff, trying to answer. And Zatia was ahead, but the gank got Skeptic back in the game. So at the red buff here, directed camera. What are you doing?
Yeah, it kind of just
directed camera
on the arcane shift.
Directed
flash
camera.
Out.
Do not make me take this back.
Ward priority on the top side. Good defensive wards as well for Google. If they can keep Zatia pushed up here, as well as Vanguard. We said mid would be a push war back and forth. If Vanguard can keep making that happening, Apocalypse cannot answer. They push Skeptic out of his jungle.
TP.
They're everywhere. Skeptic wants to come back. There's those TPs we were talking about. Needs just came back up, and it's going to be the hits going on to Skeptic. He is going to be very close to going down, but Zatia hits first. The jungler's not having a great day in this fight. And now it's going to be Emperor being chased away. The Twisted Advance follows Panda as he gets the Caliber net and shifts away. One last anchor toss. It looks like he's going to lock him down, throws the stars back, and he is seeing those stars. A good ace in the hole coming in from Panda, and this fight is going the distance. Flashed over the wall, just burning down. One last harpoon, and he slams that Neat to the ground. It looks like the chase is coming in. Scrap Shield hits. No slow yet from an Iceborne Gauntlet. Mega Zero looking for one more Scrap Shield. Possibly a harpoon in. Hits for the slow. Comet Blast. I'm sorry, that was airy. He gets out on the overheat, and holy macaroons. What a fight coming in. 5-4. Kind of start things off here with a kill early in the game.
Yeah, 5-4, but very big for the side of Alexa gank mid because Caitlyn got a lot of those kills. Caitlyn is at that 10 CS per minute mark, 40 ahead of Mezuzah right now. And in TET Panda, he just picked up 2 kills. And this is so interesting. Okay, so I gotta apologize. I flamed somebody the other day for building this little thingy.
Oh, yeah,
First item for building
Stormraiser.
Because it's attack damage, it's attack speed, and then it's a crit if you haven't attacked for like 1.5 seconds. So it can be pretty good, but maybe they weren't using it well. We'll see. But I got to apologize to someone. I didn't flame them like hard. I'll just say.
I mean, if you're getting that on a headshot, bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. Right? And I'll see what happens, but hold on.
Absolutely.
Neat.
Oh, Neat. He actually just went down in that last fight. Very nice Bramble Smash backwards. The hits. The flames, and he gets cut down, but when trees burn, they grow back stronger. We'll have to see how Neat comes back.
Is that true?
I mean, it's kind of like the Sequoia of life thing, right?
Oh.
That's, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Vegetation does that sometimes.
Okay.
We'll give it to him. 18.6 to 17 and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, misses the anchor toss, but he brings himself a little too close. Yellow Emperor taking a lot of damage. Depth charge takes him down. Camera says, you don't even need to see that. It's too gruesome. Call the cops. People are getting robbed here. Lunch money is getting taken, and kills across the map as he goes down early for greed. Now has 4 kills to his name. Panda looking great.
Yeah, Panda is looking spectacular. And I know we said no more replays, but I am going to have to replay that one. Like, I'm sorry. We have to go back and see.
It's going to be a penta during this.
But, like, I'm doing this for the sake of items because I want to see how much he crits.
Okay,
right?
yeah,
There's a crit.
This is a breakdown with Zymer.
Doesn't attack. Crits again.
Oh!
Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. We're going back to this. Panda, it takes him 1.5 seconds before he critically
11
strikes.
minutes into the game.
He steps 1. Then he goes Q, another 260. What is going on? Watch this.
Basically.
Attack 200. 3 crits in there without a crit item. He is the Stormraiser. He is abusing that thing.
The Stormraiser.
He's sitting there going, okay, I'm going to auto for a crit. Q, which takes like a second to actually go off. Then I'm going to auto again and get 2 crits. That's crazy. Okay, I'm learning.
Right.
Teach me more, Panda.
They grab this turret down here as well. I wonder what's going to happen this season with all the LCS play, because you see these plays at Dublin going crazy, being like, oh, Essence Reaper. Okay, and now we see people kind of tweaking the way they use Stormraiser to figure out its maximum potential.
Oh, is it Tia?
It looks pretty nice. Oh, gets him, the equalizer. Kind of unevens the game, if you will. Mega Zero making it look easy on that one. It looks like they'll get bot, possibly mid.
Fast cast,
And
go!
Yeah, fast cast. They're going to have to back themselves up here. 4 furlongs back. Looks like they're going to get themselves into position. And now, 13 minutes in, they get themselves the Bramble back for Zatia.
Good job, dude. The words per minute are off the chain there. I was like, is that Husky? Let's go Husky, and we're casting. Oh my god, that brings me back, dude. I haven't watched like Husky in so long. Rap God Riv. Yeah, I actually want to do replays, so Riv has to catch up again. Because that, give me more of that. Hold on.
Wow. Looks like they're actually going to party on the top side now. They say Apocalypse is going to roam. So will we. 3 is a crowd. And they take it topside. Google getting back a few for themselves.
Whoa, dude, they need to because they're down 3,000 gold right now. So Google, they're going to have to camp some brushes. They're going to have to make sure that they get these rotations on point. They just lost the first turret in the mid lane. And right now,
Oh my god, yo. He is doing damages. That was the best sentence I've ever said on cast. Oh my god, yo.
Wait, he's going for Panda in the back line.
Genocide on the anchor toss are absolutely beautiful. Ace in the hole finds its way to its target as Vanguard goes down, but they're able to trade back. Oh, the bubble just misses on the heels, but they're able to get it as Zatia says, we're gonna dive on this one. I got my swimmies on.
Yeah, and we got to say Yellow Emperor helped him out there. Gave him the movement speed passive right from Nami. A lot of people forget about that one, but that was really well done there. And that's Google getting more gold back. They need it. Yeah, I have...
Siren is multitasking right
I'm multitasking. I'm not only observing, I'm casting, and I have a puppy that insists on
getting in his lap.
Getting attention.
So 5-2.
It's okay, Jace.
Panda's a good shutdown, though. That's Team Gold going over to Google. They had a bit of hectic placement with where their team was, with mid almost going down, losing bottom. That was a nice influx on the side of Amazon, and they used it a little too greedy in that mid lane. Now Apocalypse and Mega Zero once again joining together. They'll throw the AD carry bot lane towards the top side, and we'll get a switcheroo. Actually, doesn't look like that for Neat. Neat might get pushed in here.
Yeah, but look at the top side of the map. They're going for the Rift Herald. Remember, this is that Rift Herald that will do a ton of damage even when it's low HP,
the
right?
Big bada boom.
Yeah, so it'll hit turrets really hard, and then if you get it to the second one, it'll hit it harder than it did before. People are asking to see the puppy. I know.
We'll get puppy in mid game.
Can we get
between game?
A puppy cam, webcam, just on the puppy?
I mean, I have another one, but we have to set it up.
Yeah. I mean, like we can move this one. People don't need to see my face; they can see the puppy instead. I think it's more important.
Go in the Zyrene slot. All right, so Google, a 7-0 throughout the season, going undefeated. Playing pretty patient, I'd say cautious in the early game. Not mistakes. They definitely don't want to lose. But Amazon did that. I said Google.
Oh, wow.
Amazon going undefeated. Google trying to get through that wall of undefeatedness. Nice
Paco
dodge on the tidal wave. Oh, he connected though. Zatia's gonna get himself out as I blabber on with semi-correct information about the teams, and they are gonna get themselves back in a position. But like I said, now Amazon playing as they kind of should here. Patient, knowing they had a 7-0 season, but aggression here coming in from Zatia and the rest of the team. He is on that Rek'Sai since the beginning, and he is going hard.
Whoa.
A little too far forward. Equalizer goes back. They split off Skeptic. Puts himself in a bad spot, and he says, you are going down. Vanguard and team, I don't know how they're finding these kills, but they are just kind of getting Amazon into a false sense of security to say, yeah, no one's here. But there's the rest of the team. They have no vision behind mid.
Mega Zero's gonna have to pull off a miracle here if he wants to get a single kill. I don't know.
Oh my word. This is getting a little chaotic now. What is going on? After having the lane pressure back and forth, we said, oh, they'll get Rift Herald, and then they'll try to use it. But that just actually caused more chaos for them in a bit of structure that they had.
Yeah, they got the Rift Herald, but the Apocalypse got dove mid, and then Mega Zero TP'd in, realized he had to abandon the fight. I think Skeptic dies, and then he has to like pull over to the right side. And then there's
Mega Zero says, I can do anything you can do better.
You pull 4 people to him? It's like, oh, it took 4 people, not 2. But Blue is TP on that.
They still got the gold lead.
Yeah, that's true, but I actually don't know how much more good it's going to do them, because right now, you have the Mana Mune turned into the Muramana here from Mezuzah at 17.5 minutes. You have the Sheen, so this Ezreal is online. And remember I talked early, like you need to have this composition snowball a bit?
Yeah.
Ezreal, I think, is actually online now because he doesn't have to buy the crit items. Compared to the Caitlyn. And then I think that Zatia is like really snowball. If he gets in a 1v1 with this Jax, even though Jax is like an absurd 1v1 champion, we're still looking at a huge item discrepancy. Jax doesn't even have jungle item completed. He's only got Phage and Stinger. And then you look at Rek'Sai, Tiamat, full warrior, Black Cleaver.
Whew. He's going to be cutting people up, shredding that
It's
armor.
gonna hurt.
Good damage taken by Neat. He still wants to fight. He says, they've used a lot on me, and I can still get a bit of heal back here. We have the Yellow Emperor coming in as passive, caught out, forced on the flash as Mega Zero starts to roam up from that bot lane. So much action in mid here. I'm actually really excited for this series going forward. There's going to be a lot of fighting. We're at 21 kills, 18 and a half minutes in.
Yep, and there goes Mega Zero throwing down the ultimate, throwing down the equalizer to get that last.
That's flex your muscles at this point.
I mean, it's 3 turrets to 0. But if you look at like the kills and the gold, those 3 turrets are basically what's been keeping Amazon in this game. Hold on. Oh, okay.
Roman.
Blocked there by Mezuzah, who also had pretty low HP. But yeah, it is once again another double tier build from the Ezreal. So I want to see when he transitions this over. It'll be a bit later. I think he'll go. Looks like Trinity Force. Okay. I like it for damage, and I thought this composition would lack some damage, so I don't disagree.
Yeah, he's got Phage coming
Wait,
up.
this is a flank from the support Nautilus.
Oh!
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Oh! I think Genocide is kind of playing in those previous moments, seeing the hook hit, that big damage on a squishy character is kind of falling away. Now you have to adjust for the play.
Yeah, that always happens to me where I'm just sitting there like still at 8 minutes in the game where my damage was much higher relative.
Oh,
but
boy.
look at that. Speaking of tankiness and damage, it's, much less that he can actually take there in terms of a beating there on Mega Zero. But down the bottom side, Jax has Shelly. Look at that thing.
Woo!
It just chunked the turret.
Will blam. He's going to get another hit as well on the next.
Is he though?
Skeptic,
Skeptic, you got to do it.
They have not been able on the side of Amazon to push their vision forward. So it's actually huge that he was able to get there. They've been losing a lot of fights in that mid lane because Vanguard and the rest of Google just keep pouring out of Raptor side, pouring out of that blue brush side, and hitting the mid lane very fast. Amazon has to move up their vision if they want to keep proceeding. Look at my extra passive rising spell flux.
Man, sometimes you just got to do it for Shelly. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to shove that wave, get ganked by 3 people, but you got to do it for Shelly.
Absolutely.
Hashtag do it for Shelly.
Hashtag do it for Shelly. She'll be there next game.
She will. She will. She always comes back.
Always.
No matter if you leave her alone, send her into 5 people by herself,
Boom!
or even if you give her all the comfort that she desires and you end the game and she's just dancing and having a good time,
She's ready to destroy the party.
she'll always come back. Shelly loyal. Actually, you know what? Shelly's not loyal. It's conditional love. You have to be the one that kills her first. So
You're not my owner. It's all right.
now that I think about it.
That's pet instincts. 34.6. Just a few thousand gold behind.
Wait. They're still
Nelly.
ahead, but they've been
Is
losing
Amazon really going to do this?
slowly. But they've been getting pressure on the map, but they've been losing a lot of the most recent fights. But now they're starting a team fight here. That's the TP out of Neat. And he takes it.
Alexa Sneak Baron did not work. They get pushed off of that one. And it looks like Amazon, Alexa gank mid, will move down towards the bot side. Great pressure gained here by Google's team. Alpha Lol is doing a great job at making sure their presence is known. Anywhere they feel that Amazon has pressure, they instantly kind of take it back over. They're really controlling the game, but they're not doing anything with it besides that. I feel like they're still waiting for Amazon to be like, "Hurrah!
Yeah.
We're right here."
It's harder for Amazon to actually go through team fights because they don't have as much tankiness because there's a Maokai on the side
True,
of
yeah, they got to get
Google.
that pick.
So you have that beefy front line, but now it's just like time to scale for the Ezreal who has double tier. And I'm really interested actually to see what happens with TET Panda's build because I think everybody is new to AD carry builds right now, including myself. I still have no idea like what order you build stuff in. I like the Storm Razor and the way he played it, but now he's got lots of swords.
Oh my word, Mega Zero is so much pressure going into this game. They know to shut down that rumble back and forth. He's trying to farm. He does have a lead, but the equalizer is going to soon just be kind of walked on like hot coals here for Google if he keeps getting killed.
Yeah. Man.
Two
They're
BF swords,
focusing
though.
Mega Zero pretty hard.
We're talking
Here's-
about Panda. It's
Yeah.
so great. I love this
sorry.
because you're going to get such a crazy headshot crit. It's insane. Especially if you're fighting in the jungle, you can kind of control that. You get more headshots. I want to see it.
I want to check it again. Hold on. I got to check it again.
Check it again.
Breaking the immersion. 1.3 seconds. Okay.
I'm out of it. Where are we again?
23 minutes in.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
23 minutes, 24 kills. I am in fear that they might start falling behind here. Things have slowed down from the beginning of the game. Still yet a turret to be taken on the side of Google, Alpha LoL. They really need to get some pressure in there, whether it's bot lane. I mean, Neat's not, or Maokai, I should say, isn't the greatest turret taker. They kind of need to do it as a squad, but it's going to be difficult. And it seems like they can get Amazon to move when they pressure as 5, so maybe they can get something to work in that sense.
I'm doing that thing.
You're just swinging around here.
No, I'm doing that thing that Korean spectators always did in the LCK, where they'll like circle an item, or they'll like point at something. It's like the observers are like, talk about this. What do you talk about this? But yeah, it's like the Infinity Edge from the double BF swords. That's gonna give him 60% crit. But hold on, fighting.
Equalizers kind of separates the top of the fight. And where is Zatia gonna go? He locks onto one, and they're able to take down Genocide right away. That's a lot of the crowd control, but there's still damage standing for Amazon. The heal comes in, but it's not gonna be enough. Oh! 3 kills immediately for Amazon coming through. And Alexa, Gank Dragon, is what Amazon does, and they come up huge with the ace onto Google, Alpha LoL.
And it looks like they're going to go straight towards the Baron here. They pinged it. We'll see what happens, though. We got to watch that one more time, Riv. And as we lead into this replay, you see that the ultimates are used very early on. Neat uses his from the side, and TET Panda's up in the front line. Front line AD carry is something that I do not approve of a lot of the time, but he's able to find his position here. He's getting flanked by Zatia, and just watch Panda in this fight. He just gets to pop so much damage off, gets the trap. Now Neat walks up. Remember I said there's all this damage that comes out from this Caitlyn now? He has the Infinity Edge. He has the 60% crit. Perfect net into the long-range shot. And Neat isn't something he really has to care about, because if you look at Neat's items, there is no armor. There's no armor here up against this Caitlyn that is now shredding him. All right, Riv, we got to...
That's going to be Baron as we swing back into play. We are live. And you know what, Zyrene? I was in fear of catching up in time and kills, but now it's 31-25, and I'm feeling good again. And I'm sure Amazon Alexa Gank mid is feeling great as well. That's going to be a big hit for them. However, those 2 wins and 1 Cloud Drake, or I'm sorry, Ocean Drake, are over on the side of Google. So possible late game pressure, but like we said, kind of needed to be early game for them.
Yeah, it needed to be early game for them. You saw that they were behind still, even towards the mid game when they were winning fights. But now I think it's target selection. They just got to find out who they got to go after. And the Caitlyn, I think, is like the #1 perpetrator here. You got to go after that person. You got to go after the Panda. I know that they're endangered. I know Peter's going to be on me about this, but you got to go after the Panda. Is the #1 priority here.
Zatia's going to be on about it. Oh, beautiful equalizer. Not even really for the damage, but for the pressure. Jay says that was great with a quick Bork, and damage over, but they go on Zatia. They say grab the jungler. He ults back on to Skeptic. He almost gets himself out alive. A sliver of health. Are you kidding me? Neat goes down, and they keep closing in and just suffocating the side of Google. Another kill coming in now, 10-2-4 for TET Panda.
And they still have the Baron. They still have the push potential here. There's 2 people down. They have a lot of damage that they can deal here. And they're going to push. They're going to try to win. It's 27 minutes in, Riv.
That's going to be another hit. Genocide's been hitting the anchor tosses all game long. Bubble toss misses. That means Emperor's pushed away from the fountain. He can't even help. He can't even sustain. Just a few minutes ago, we saw a lot of kills coming in for Google, but they were just oh so close. Amazon was waiting for the right moment, and they found it. It was a fight at Dragon, a fight at Baron, and now the Nexus as Amazon takes game 1.
27 minutes in. That's all it took there. Alexa gank mid. Alexa, peel for Panda. That's all they had to do there. He was able to just pull out a huge performance there. Team Amazon. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Absolutely huge.
Wait.
Game.
We got to do some post game. We got to show these. We got to show these damage graphs. We got to flip it back to what is it? Out of game?
In game.
No.
Other one, bottom. That's my other one. Down.
No, you do it.
All the way down in game. All the way down in game.
Oh, down here?
Left.
Okay.
All the way down in game.
Ah, hey! That's not right either.
Yeah, it's champ
It's
select.
this one.
Zyrene's got it.
We did
He
it.
shouldn't be working the panel.
Look at that. Look at that damage.
This is pure NA production, and I
He
love
did-
every minute of it.
He did 40,000 damage in 27 minutes. I need number crunch on that one.
40,000 damage in 20 minutes? Calculator.
Calculator. We'll. You know what? I want precise numbers here. We'll go
39473.
We're gonna do 27 minutes because I said 1461 was his damage per minute.
That's ridiculous.
1,462 damage per minute.
So, do you feel really bad that you flamed that guy in your game?
Yes. I mean,
I think they're actually open for next game.
they were actually innovators. I had no idea. I'm not gonna touch this again. I messed it up last time. You take the reins, Riv.
Well, you know how to join a lobby when we get invited.
Do I? I don't want to show your chat. I don't know what you tell Korok. I don't know what you message this guy. There we go. Boop. Let's
Spectate. We can go brackets.
yeah. Do you have to change the overlay for the sides and the score?
It's in the bottom one. It's in the
Do you do that manually?
Yeah, it'll happen.
Oh,
It'll be super cool.
nice.
All right, so Amazon coming up with game one. Let's talk about what happened here. Pressure, a lot of pressure towards. You know what? We can do this. Sit up. We're gonna give the people what they want.
What?
So. Who's centered? Where are you going?
Where you told me to stand
Sit down. You're in the camera.
Oh, you told me
Down, Mike.
Oh no.
Don't worry, we're not at all in the same room. It's cool.
I was like, what? What am I supposed to do? I thought you were gonna get the dog, Jace.
So Amazon taking game one. Great victory music is really helping to pan over all of this beautiful debauchery. And Mega Zero getting pressured in the early part of the game. He was really trying to make something work on that Rumble all game long. The equalizers coming out to split fights, start fights, and try to end them. But right after they took bottom turret and they started getting to top, they basically just kind of let the game fall away.
Yeah, it was weird because like they were winning fights on the side of Google and Amazon was losing them. But then it came to that one fight at the Dragon where Caitlyn Panda just had the right items. He had enough gold because he was ahead, and then he was able to go ahead and just kind of snowball from there. He picked up so many kills off that fight. That was, I would think, a large part of his damage came from that. But he played the laning phase beautifully too.
Absolutely. And then we saw this Caitlyn maybe banned out here from the side of Google as we go into game two. Yeah, we're ready to start. We are ready. We're ready for that champ select. You know how to get to the bottom, and
No, I'm not gonna try that again.
I don't want to reach over, so just scroll to the bottom.
You don't want to reach over?
You're a big.
All right, scroll to the bottom. I think I know which one it is here. I turned off Riv's camera. It's my stream now. Get out of
Didn't do that. You monopolized.
Never give me control.
All right. Champ select. Game two. Boom. We're bringing it back. We have 2000. I should say season 4 champ select music here. But as we get into game two now, thank you for joining us here for the After Hours Gaming League Spring 2018 Grand Finals for League of Legends. Be sure you stay tuned all day because you're going to get sick games just like this all throughout the day. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. And please do not leave.
We need this.
All day. All day.
But they have swapped sides. Of course, if you're just tuning in now, Alexa Gank Mid is now on the red side.
Yes,
Number one seed coming in. They won game one in 27 minutes. And then on the blue side, it's Google's team Alpha Lol 0, which are looking to bounce back.
Same bands to kind of start things off in a slightly different order. They're just getting the ones out of the way that they need. Also, after the games, if we have time, we will be interviewing the captain of the winning team, so be sure you stick around to hear a few words from them about all their fame, fortune, and glory, and the awesome charities that they are playing for. First pick is that Caitlyn, and they say, thank you very much. That's ours this time for the side of Google.
And I wonder if they'll take the Malphite this time before it gets banned in the second phase, because that was something that I think could have helped them out a lot. But the Maokai did do a good job. I want to see how Yellow Emperor plays this Caitlyn now, because he got shut down a little bit in the laning phase, and Panda did take off with the game in the later parts. So I said last game when the Caitlyn was locked in that I thought Rageblade users were just better right now because you didn't have to learn them. But if you put in the time, you can go ahead and learn the new crit build, I guess, in a matter of a few days. But I love the way that he played it. There were multiple crits coming out from that item, which I was not expecting. I thought that was like a one crit and done, right? But that was a crit into a walk around for a second, crit again, Q, and then just like that is actually insane how much damage he got out of that item.
It is, because you actually have to separate those moments as well. You're like, I'm waiting a little bit, I want it back. Well, obviously still knowing you have to auto attack if you do to cancel that time gain.
But you can't like, it's weird.
The range helps so much.
Yeah, and you're also sitting there going, okay, does it matter in terms of the uptime? Because if I could have attacked you twice and instead I stand still and then wait for the crit, is it is it less DPS?
Like, I don't have headshot yet. I don't have headshot yet. Wait.
Yeah. It's like, is it less DPS? But he played it really, really well by weaving his spells in too.
Raise the puppy, possibly? I do like the side of Google here and how they have answered Morgana as well to get that long-range damage and make sure you can kind of get hit confirms for Caitlyn over and over. Or hit confirms, you're just clicking on somebody. But Rise as well, if you need to get into some late-game skirmishes or even kind of mid-game, you can bulk up. No, stop banning the cannon. Yeah. Lulu, Ari, and Kog'Maw, as we were talking about raising the puppy here for Amazon. It looks like they'll put the power in somebody else's hands this game.
Yeah, I really like Kog'Maw on this patch because he buys the Rageblade, but then he ends up buying Essence Reaver, because Essence Reaver now has, when you use your ultimate, your basic attacks refund % of the remaining cooldown on your basic abilities.
Yeah.
So Kog'Maw has like a no cooldown ultimate. So you ulti with W on, and then you reduce your W cooldown, and then you ulti again, reduce your W cooldown. You keep your W on for about 20 to 24 seconds in a row. It's actually disgusting. But that's I don't know if that's the build he's going to go for, so.
We'll see if they can. Kaisa, Kennen, and Malphite. I should just say Malphite and Kennen as Phase 2 bans coming through. Jax gets taken away from Skeptic as they decide, both teams decide to not go with that jungler in the first phase of bans, different from Game 1. So now they may get pinched a little in that area, direct at that Jackson Rumble for here at Game 2.
Yeah, but they have last pick now for the side of Amazon, so they can go ahead and wait, delay. They don't need that 2-day shipping on that top lane pick here and allow the counter pick to come through for Mega Zero. Ooh! Is it going to be a Taric Yi? No, it's just Yi by himself. He's got a Lulu, though. I wanted to know if we'd see Taric Yi today, but...
There's always one champion I wait as my team bans in ranked, and if nobody bans him, I ban him.
Okay.
I'm just like the last one. I'm like, ban, so I know to ban him if you don't.
Yasuo.
He is just...
okay.
Yi, yeah.
Thank you. I was going to flail for a while there. I couldn't put it together.
Yeah.
The Pantheon, though, I like that as a counter, because you just point and click. There's a lot of point and clicks here, actually. It's exactly what you need against him.
Point, click. Make sure you can hit him on that Alpha Strike. It just is a nice one.
Wait.
What are you waiting for?
Could Mega Zero go Taric or Kayle top lane?
I was actually thinking it... excuse me. It could be different. Yeah, absolutely.
Gems!
Gems! Get it. Taric to the top lane for Mega Zero. They banned out his Malphite, or I'm sorry, his Malphite's just on the other side. He banned it, but they banned out the Rumble. They banned out his Clad. They banned out his Aurelia. He says, okay, gems.
Oh my god. Okay, so Taric Yi is something that's popping up in solo queue. It's a kind of a twist on an old strategy that's existed in 3v3s.
Not everybody can use it well.
It's true. And it's also existed in Summoner's Rift, but normally in the form of Kayle Master Yi. And what happens is this is like an old Chinese boosting strategy that kind of originated over there, where it was, hey, you want to gain LP fast? You duo, and what you do is you have the Master Yi run to the lane that has the Kayle or the Taric, and you just take their farm. You literally just gank the lane to get the farm because the support, the Kayle or the Taric, just needs to get levels, and then they're able to function. They don't need to have a lot of gold. So the Taric will sacrifice the lane, get the Yi to be much larger than the enemy jungle, and then you go ahead and you put yourself in a position where this is now the carry of the game, and they have an invulnerability behind them with the support ultimate.
I am excited about this game. So how do you kind of play against that? as the team of Google here. You're seeing this. There are so many kind of conditions you either have to see happen or attack before those conditions happen, which is even harder, right?
Yeah, it's interesting because I played against it a few times, and even before, and I knew it was coming, and I still really couldn't do that much against it.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of like, I know what to do, but damn it.
Yeah, you know exactly what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
You're like, he's going to come to this lane this early, and he's going to take the farm, and then they're going to like roam into my jungle potentially. But you need to have a jungler that can counter and work with that. And I think if something happens here with Zatia kind of picking up on that, you can have a Pantheon go buff to gank with just Q and W, and get to a point where you have enough lockdown to catch the Master Yi with his pants down and get the kill or catch the Taric.
Is that when he's meditating?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, just catch him with his pants down, trips on them, the ankles. Wait a second. We got a...
Zen. Oh, no, I got it.
Brought to you by Quick.
Wait, okay, we'll do an impromptu hit here as we're in Champion Select.
There's a
You
minute.
actually will have to click back to because I don't have a Champion
okay.
Select hit. But,
Doggo Cam. That's so
stream
cute.
mascot for League of Legends.
Wait, I got to get in on here, Riv.
Doesn't that hurt your arm?
It's a good boy. Look at how long my arm.
cyberspace?
Oh my god, my elbow. What did you do? That's not natural, I swear.
All right, puppy has been issued and initiated on stream. Here you go, Jace. Get down. All right, let's hit back to Champion Select so we can hit these people with some dank information.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Oh yeah.
Maybe click.
It's my first day on the job.
The puppy has been popped. You know, we actually had a really good game coming in from. Now I can't even remember who did it. That was a genocide. Why does my sheet? mess up?
TET Panda?
Yeah,
Hey.
there he is. I couldn't see my sheet.
The Tet Panda.
So his favorites are Lucian, Caitlyn, and Tristana. But he said he will probably end up having to play Jhin and Ezreal throughout these games. So we're not really seeing that from him. The team has a different idea in mind to raise the puppy on this Kog'Maw, and that's not even really on that top list, but everybody's played a few games of Kog'Maw.
Yeah, but somebody with a lot of experience in raising the puppy, Riv, how do you think they should approach this strategy?
With Lulu, Wild Growth, and Kog'Maw.
Oh,
Whenever he's in danger.
man. So, is that how you raised Jace?
I just stay by Jace the whole time. As a support, I thought getting a puppy to raise would be a great idea because I do so in-game as well when I play Lulu and supports like Thresh. However, I still have not tried to purchase a lantern because nobody takes it anyways, and I don't think Jace would do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you see
Screw that!
there was this, it was a tweet from Azael, the one with
I see
the
that on my
LeBron.
Did you see my tweet? I see
No.
this in my sleep. That's what I tweeted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, that LeBron meme. Oh my God. Well, let's hope nobody J.R. Smiths this game. And I actually think that's now a verb, to J.R. Smith it.
I think it is. All right, so we are getting on to the Rift. It is 1-0 Amazon.
How did you do that?
As we get into things, pause our sick music for me, sir. Oh yeah.
Can we just keep it going the whole time in the background?
I mean, we could, but it's the champ select music.
I've always wondered, like, what it would
kinda
be
weird.
like to have the music the whole time, just underscoring.
Pause.
I kind of want to,
Pause.
but they're setting up for a level 1, Riv. The tension.
We're setting up for the level 1. What will happen, Zyrene? Here we go. Take the next verse, cause you can flow. I know you got it, bro. I'm not gonna put him in that chair. So yeah, you can pause it. It'll be better to pause it.
I don't want to do that to stream, dude.
So
It was going so well.
Gonna get into game 2. Amazon, 1 win to their name, and a lot of people thought that's how it would kind of come in. They've been relaxed. They had a bye for the past few weeks, getting first seed and as undefeated here in the spring 2018 After Hours Gaming League, and now they had a bit of trouble. We gotta get a good credit to Google Alpha LoL, Alpha Zero LoL, in the beginning of that game. So maybe they can do it again and grab the mid game. As soon as the map opened up, it's kind of when Google lost ground.
Yeah. I'm loving this, though. Like, the fact that they start on the bottom side here, this gives the Pantheon a way to get to the top side. And I want to see what happens. The Taric, go to the Taric. Thank you. The Taric just, like, ultra-leashed for Skeptic. So Mega Zero just hard leashed for him. And now he's going to go to his Raptors. And then I wonder when he's going to pick up the farm. Because the Taric even has a support item. He's got the little coin. So he wants somebody to visit his lane so he can go ahead and pick up more gold. But you don't want to push it. And let's see where the Yi goes here.
Let's see how they play it as well on the bot side. The Bork.
What item do you think the Caitlyn should buy?
A Bork.
A Bork? Ah, a Bork!
Bork, yes.
Brilliant from
Everybody to buy
our
a Bork.
guest analyst.
So this is basically what we saw if you just put a Nami and an Ezreal on the other side. Whoa! Yellow Emperor flashes in, ignites. They try to go for the immediate kill. Aegis in. The first shot is tanked from the passive, and he gets out alive. Amazing in the 1-2-3 punch coming in from Google.
And Zatia, he gets the first blood on that, and you need that. He went for a gank very early on. He went for 2 camps. He went for red buff, scuttle, gank, spank. They went for the bottom lane. They got the kill. He got the first blood, and so now he's in a point now where he's in a good spot versus the Yi. Because the Yi, look at this. He's just coming up top. Look at his CS. He's taking all the CS.
Just every
Taric's got
single
nothing.
thing. He loves it. Directed camera doesn't want to see what you're watching. Bot lane getting pushed. This is the pressure that we wanted to see Google get in the early part of the game. And you know what? This Caitlyn pickup, whoops, don't want to do that, Yellow Emperor. This Caitlyn pickup has proven useful for Amazon in game 1. You see that victory on the screen. Now we'll see if it can do the same in the hands of Google.
Ooh, man, I don't. It's gonna have to do better than this Yi does on the top side of the map. Because look at this, the Yi, he knows that the blue buff is still up. The Taric and Yi, they're gonna actually they double laned. Now they're double jungling. They're just actually just sharing everything right now. Hold on, Zatia bottom.
Oh, now they try to go for Panda.
Emperor!
Be careful, they do have the Acathian surprise passive on that. That'll work kind of past what Zatia wants to happen with the turret. And they get out of that. But his pressure has been bot lane, knowing he can't really do much if he finds Skeptic, because he's gonna be with Mega Zero. So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna roam around. I'll play kind of vertical jungling, or horizontal jungling rather.
They're actually just splitting the map in half and saying, this is our top side. Skeptic's going to go, you know what? Okay. Actually, I called Frostgurn out on this because it was like, you call it vertical and horizontal jungling, but literally the map is divided in diagonals. So it's always horizontal and vertical jungling. You're jungling diagonally no matter what you do. You're either splitting it down the river or you're splitting it down the mid lane. Vertical jungling that would be like I'm taking my top quadrant and then the bottom quadrant, right? But you actually just take like the north and the west, or the east and the south. So I'm just like, I'm sorry, you're splitting past the river. It's not vertical jungling.
Freak enjoys the north,
Rant
south,
over.
east, west for a time.
Yeah, he did. I tried to make it a thing because I didn't want to say the blue side's blue buff.
Yeah.
Or red side's red, or the red. If you say the red side jungle, do you mean the red team or do you mean the red buff?
Oh man.
Right. So that's why I wanted to do north, south, east, west. And then I think Jat shut it down, and he was like, "We're not doing that." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because people shouldn't have to think about like directions and stuff in the middle of the game." And I'm like,
my god, why are you taking so many turret shots, Google? Calm down. We got to work on knowing what that Google pixel is. 1 pixel farther away, they'd be safer.
Yeah, they gotta take some good photos of that and make sure that they measure it appropriately. Maybe get some zoom on it.
What's Alexa gonna do here? 0-0-0 on the bot side to 0-0-1, but that 30 to 38 CS. We expect Caitlyn to have a bit more, especially with Yellow Emperor throwing out the Tormented Soil and the Dark Bindings. But right now, they cannot collapse on another kill. It looks like Amazon's side is saying that's all they want. Kill lane. Pantheon's probably still down here. Let's play a little safer.
He is still down there. He is just camping. He's got... man, he's just saying, I'm not going to go to the Yi and Taric lane. They're just feeding
is the
the
right
Yi.
time. So, knowing that that's a thing...
And
said,
bada bing!
Oh my god. Before level 60 flash, the binding gets himself the safety. Mazuza just in range. And they're not able to slow him that much. They get in the TP coming in. A 6, actually. With that stand united and
Mazuza!
on the
Mazuza!
bot side.
What?
I think he kind of lost track. The skin might have just made it kind of disappear within the minions in the chaos, but he dies through Acathian surprise.
Man, that... it could just backed off. You hate to see it happen, I guess is what I'll say there.
But it does. Answer towards the top side of the map here. A bit of a late roam from Alpocalypse to see if he could maybe catch a straggler at low health or some of that minion wave. But Panda and Genocide spawning pretty early here. I should say quick, as it is early. They get back to
Look at
lane.
that.
And
Solo
a nice
gold?
job tanking here between Mega Zero and some minions, and they will be able to equal out that map pressure. Just who can use it better now.
Oh wow, they didn't solo gold. They split it
Yeah,
between
it
the
came
two.
back.
Wow.
I
But
was surprised as well.
this is that strategy where you see the Pantheons ganking the bottom side of the map. It potentially works out for them. They actually had the bottom turret go down first, I believe, so they didn't get this enormous amount of gold on the top side. But they're doing what they can right now on the side of Google. They're ahead in gold, but this Yi has the highest CS in the game. I'm actually going to check gold right now. I didn't do it last game. Yeah, he's got the most gold in the game. Doesn't have any kills to his name. Of course, Tarek is suffering a bit, but he doesn't need the gold. It's the Yi that's kind of the win condition here. Yeah. So Skeptic's going to have to step up with the scaling jungler as they like funnel more into him. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
It's the Genocide.
Genocide goes down. He's been having a tough time staying alive on that bot side. But to their credit, Yellow Emperor is 2-0-2. So that'll help a little bit knowing Mezuzah isn't getting the same build and kind of pace Panda had last time.
Yeah, that's kind of what is going really well here for the side of Google. I actually think Google's in a good spot. It's
Best
just
for the worst.
I just always have to worry about the Yi because it's literally a strategy that was made to 2v5, right? It's the strategy that was made by people who wanted to boost and like have a duo where they're like, oh, you can just play a support in a lane, I'll do all the work. You know, if Skeptic's a good enough player and there's enough backup from Mega Zero with the ultimate, and Skeptic gets far enough ahead, Yi can 1v5. And he's got Conqueror as well, so even when people get tanky, he's going to try to shred through them. Shen will be good, though, because the Shen W, if you can land it appropriately.
Refuge is so good.
And then they have 2 point-and-click stuns, a stun and a root. There is potential here.
I like it. So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance that Game 3 comes out. Also saying it's very early.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 8 minutes in. Not even enough kills to fill those minutes. That makes me sad. But it's all right. Things are a little bit more patient here in Game 2 with the possibility of a loss as Amazon is on game point. A possibility of going all the way through the season undefeated. And Apocalypse starts to make that a little bit truer, but they don't come up with a kill. The lead still in favor of Google. Alpha Lol 0.
Yeah, and I'm just going to watch Skeptic for most of this game here, because Skeptic's going to do a lot of the work. He's level 8. Hold on, level 6 coming through.
Man drop. Oh, my word. They are just picking on Genocide. The hit comes in. He says, save your ace in the hole. I'm seeking some hearts today.
Man.
Goes down 0-4-1 currently.
Yeah, Genocide is 4 of the 5 deaths. He's just been picked on, and there's not much he can do. As soon as you step forward and then you get dove, it's the Pantheon pointing and clicking. You can't really do much about that.
Yeah, it's interesting to think, like, that's your target as well, because as a Pantheon, you try to play him, and you're like, everybody just runs out of my circle. And you think that's exactly what a Lulu would do, but they're timing it with what was happening in the mid lane. She just used Whimsy and was slowly walking out of that Pantheon circle. It's great timing here, and they're ready to activate the trigger, it seems. Great pressure coming in from Google.
Yeah, it's keeping Zatia in the game. He's 2 levels down, but you see his gold. He's only 200 behind Skeptic on the Master Yi. So these junglers are both neck and neck in terms of gold, but Skeptic's just getting funneled more experience. I'm actually going to check on the experience now. He's almost level 9, and Zatia's almost level 7.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So does it actually kind of put a bigger stress on you as a jungler in this situation, and then in a situation where Yi actually gets a few kills while he's all these levels ahead of you?
Yeah, it makes it so that he just runs away with the game. So that's kind of I'm glad you brought that up, because that's kind of the saving grace here, is Skeptic hasn't gotten any kills yet. Right? So he's still in a spot where they can shut him down. Oh, don't look! Avert your eyes!
Look away! Can I change the scene? It's not quick enough.
Puppy cam, quick! Happy thoughts. Puppy
rough
cam.
game for Genocide, but that's exactly what they have in mind. Yeah, so about Yi.
Yeah. The Yi hasn't gotten any kills yet, and he's still very far ahead in gold right now. But, oh, wait. He has no mana. He's going to have to run. But that's the TP coming out of Vanguard in the mid lane. So, yeah, they got something off that. TP to the other side from Tarek from Mega Zero.
A few more shots from Mezuzah. Doesn't look like they get too much more of a slow or caustic spittle on anybody to keep the fight going. from Panda. We're still waiting to see him really be raised up here. The 80 carries, however, don't have too many kills on either side, so they're kind of just throwing pebbles at the moment until they can get built up. Neat, back to the top side, teleport and stand united. Expect the plays to keep coming from Google from what's going on.
But they're in a good spot. Google's in a really good spot. Amazon, though, have to lean on. Rage Blade just completed. No jungle item yet for Skeptic. But look at this. He's basically a laner that's picking up the jungle farm as well. Oh, it was a bait.
What a binding. That's exactly how you see the Morgana played all the time from the fog of war. Is where that death comes in. A few blocks for the Aegis, and he gets out alive. Even with the Ignite ticking, it'll stop just now.
Oh my god, Zatia makes it out 4-0-3 on this Pantheon. Genocides isn't level 6 yet. He's so close. It's like he's 0-6. If he's like, if I only had just a little more experience, sir, can I have some experience, sir?
Absorbing the minions, right? You have to be within that range too, so he's always in the spot.
Oh, how much gold has he gotten? 400. Okay, so like support quest, a little bit of a ways off. Hasn't been alive for very long. 6 deaths in 12 minutes.
It's tough. It is tough.
It's
but
rough.
all he has to do is wild growth. As a Lulu, you don't need a bunch of gold. You don't need a Rolex. It helps to be able to add all those different things.
Yeah. Just wild growth. Give
Shield.
the speed up to to Skeptic.
All your gold comes in ability anyways. It's just attack speed and shield and health. Beautiful. Got it right there.
Yeah, we got to see what happens. Skeptic, Mega Zero, 2v8. Is that what's going on here? It's starting. But the thing is when you 2v8, you always have to watch out for the Kog'Maw. Because if everybody's like focusing on the Master Yi and you're like point and clicking him with both Ryze and Pantheon, it's like Kog'Maw will unleash a lot of damage during that time. Because despite Genocide being 0-6, the Kog'Maw's 1-1.
Yep.
A bit behind the Caitlyn here right now, but it's mostly because of the fact that he got camped, but he still didn't give up a lot of deaths. So he's not further behind than he was, or than he should be.
What is next? 4-0-3 Zatia had a pretty good game on that Skarner for himself, or I'm sorry, Rek'Sai for himself as well last game.
You just get my lobsters mixed up?
I'm so sorry. My crustaceans are always a bit foggy. Mezuzah feels like he can be alone up top here. He's actually got Yellow Emperor just in the fog of war, as we say.
Neat.
You see that Morgana. Ooh.
Is this the E-kill? Are they going to give it to him?
How elite are you? Can he get himself to the blast cone? Oh, Genocide was going to be like, I'll take that. Now you guys start to go down. He gets more in the assist column as they start taking down a few members of Google.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Pantheon.
Oh my word. The 1-2 punches from this composition, once it starts, you can't stop it. It follows through to the end.
Yep, but they're countering on the other side of the map. That's exactly what they need to do because they have this Master Yi that's now going to start pushing lanes, picking up all this CS in the side lane. He's got 160 farm at 14 minutes. This guy, it's funny because like we just got off of MSI watching Uzi have like numbers like this as an ADC without having to like take the jungle. But I'm going to say Skeptic is like Jungle Uzi right now. We're going to call him Jungle Uzi this game.
Jungle Uzi.
He's got so much farm.
Uzi XX. So a trade of objectives here. 9-2, 15 minutes in. Dragon control was mostly in favor of Google last game. We'll split it to start things here between a Mountain and Cloud Drake. And looks like they'll be able to get Shelly on the top side so they can take this pressure wherever they want. And the thing is, I almost like the Pantheon with this composition when they're ahead better, because when you Shelly, you can just jump behind the turret too and make sure she keeps going.
Oh wait, Skeptic got taunted, took turret aggro.
Yeah.
Gonna give him the invulnerability.
Great Spirit's Refuge.
They want to go out. Mega Zero might be caught.
Calling down the gems, holds for a moment, finds himself locked up in Rune Prison, and he goes back and forth. Nobody's able to roam down. And Mega Zero goes down in the duo of the Yi, Tarek. They're trying to give it over to Vanguard, but he's just a little too much armor on the autos.
Yeah, they couldn't dive the Shen. It was the turret aggro on Skeptic. If Mega Zero had it, then maybe it's a little better for him.
Start things off, yep.
Yeah, but then because then Skeptic could just output all this damage, not care about the Shen W. But then Vanguard came through with the TP, so they had to back off. Vanguard did get the kill, but we're looking at a game where a Pantheon is sitting there 5-0-3, and they have this gigantic lead. They have a 4,000 gold lead here, but it feels like the Yi is still very much so in this game.
What's kind of his way of going in? Obviously, as Yi, you don't go in first. You find a way to go in after there's a bit of chaos. Can he go in if Zatia's even there?
I'm wondering where the point is where Skeptic's okay to fight, because he was 2 levels up over the solo laners. He's getting a lot of farm. Like, what is the point where he goes, now is the time to fight? Because it's been just split pushing and picking up the farm with Tarek. And now the map's falling apart. Shelly just took down 2 turrets. They're getting so much gold off of grouping as 5 and trying to stop this strategy. And you're seeing that they're doing such a good job on the side of Google to bounce back, and they're picking up so many objectives and so many kills across the map.
So quickly and efficiently, too. Not losing anybody as they back out here, and that's kind of what Skeptic wants to happen right now. He's like, oh, can I find a straggler? Can I do this? No, I can't. I can only find my minions. Great job of Google taking the early game and starting to run with it. Start to pressure down towards that bottom side of the map.
Hold on. Mega Zero caught.
Oh, that was some big, big damage to start off the fight. Redemption's going to come down to top off the rest of Google.
Oh, there's the stun.
Going in.
It's going in.
He goes in. Now it's going to be the focus on the Skeptic. He knows he can't get out. He is left in the river without a paddle or a team. And it looks like they start to fall left and right. A beautiful job by Google to find the opening after backing up and drawing Amazon to the river.
Man, the stun went out, and so Skeptic's like, it's time to go in. But Mega Zero off on the side, I don't even think he had his ultimate back up yet. I think it's coming up now, and it's literally just ticking off of cooldown just there. So he didn't have an ultimate to kind of put in that fight. That was a perfect time to fight for Google.
Looks like they will start pushing up sub 20 minutes in a quicker fashion here than we saw Amazon. Alexa gank mid taken to the base of Google. Looks like the first turret will drop at 18 minutes into the game. 1:50 until we see that Baron come up. Oh no, did he actually get himself killed? Spell Immune helps himself to get out with that black shield. Woo!
Apocalypse.
Oh, Apocalypse says that looks like a tasty treat. Thank you very much. That is not a time you want to make a mistake.
I feel like he's just giving one back to Genocide. He's like, you've had a bad game. You know, I got to give you something back here. Just a little bit. So throw some love his way.
Oh, man. There you go.
I mean, everyone's done it.
Oh, my, absolutely.
Would that qualify as a J.R. Smith?
I think pros have done it too, haven't they?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Khan even did it on, like, Riven, right?
I think, like, in this position in the river.
Oh,
too.
Yeah. Well, people are, like, trying to place wards. You're trying to move stuff around in your inventory. It happens all the time.
When you ult and you hit it.
But that's a JR right there.
This is the JR.
That's a JR.
So, actually, a very nice Infernal Drake coming up for some damage. I'm sure Skeptic would love to get that in his hands. Let's keep it away from Zatia at 5-0-5. Also a 3-0-2. So to kind of come off of last game as well, saying, well, we did okay, but then they ran us over. They shook that off, came out with a new composition. And during Champion Select last game, I said it looked like Google played a bit more reactive, but was okay with the composition they took. This time with first pick, they made a composition that they wanted.
Yeah, they got themselves the Caitlyn, and then they played through the bottom lane. And it actually just punished Genocide so heavily, 0-7, like in a game where there's 13 kills on the other team. So Genocide it's the spirit of the After Hours Gaming League. It's all about charity at the end of the day.
Heck yeah.
So Genocide is just being incredibly charitable today.
That he is. Multiple donations in this game so far.
See, that's how I always look at it. Because if I'm feeding, I'm making somebody else's day. I'm just like, man, I am such an angel to like these 4 or 5 other people. I feel so good about myself. Like, that's how you have to look at it. You can't be like, man, I'm playing so poorly, or this guy is like, oh, he's flaming me. It's like, no, I'm making 5 people's day.
Absolutely.
Like, this guy's gonna pop. If he puts me in a YouTube video, man, I am honored.
That's the thing, though. Mine is, I get done playing, and I've been so selfless all day.
Oh God, yeah, I've been so nice to everybody in my games. Dude, you made like so many people. If you play 5 games, you made like 25 people's day.
There you go.
And 5 people in particular who feel like they're gods.
Well, a lot more people are actually going to be made happy after this throughout the charities. Doctors Without Borders and Against Malaria are the 2 charities that are being played for in this grand finals between Amazon and Google. Amazon playing for Doctors Without Borders. Google's playing for Against Malaria. Indeed. 2 great causes. And we'll see what great plays will come and grace our eyes here in the next few minutes. Almost up to 25 minutes in the game. Not too far from here is actually when Amazon was able to close out their game in a much less bloody game, but more concise here, coming in from Google as they're 13-3 with a 8,000 gold lead in English.
Yeah, and I'm looking at chat right now, and I'm glad that everybody's putting the basic math together, because if you're feeding, you're actually making 5 people's day, where if you were doing well in the game, you're only making 4. It's simple math.
Yeah.
It's actually just arithmetic that you go, oh, boom, easy mode. Would you rather make 5 people happy or 4 people happy? That's a no-brainer.
I don't know, man.
I rest
It's
my
always
case.
good when you got 5 happy people. It's a no-brainer. We'll see if that can happen with Nace. The Nace makes 5 happy people. If
Skeptic's
people-
running.
Whoa, you really wanted that? And to get by it. He gets out.
He's not going to flash.
I think he's all right.
There he goes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
but
think he's
Vanguard,
all right.
they can go over now.
He's like, I wanted the Scuttle Crab. Now I just need to get it out to get
Oh,
out of
he's got a...
here. Nice try. Does not get the Cosmic Radiance to come down. This actually ensues into a very big fight. And it looks like the Ignite's going to hit a few times. Just over the wall. Or of Deception. Just the tip, if you can. It's a sphere, but it works.
He's aptly named. I didn't think it was going to hit.
So deceptive.
The range.
The redemptions came down in that fight. It was so much more scattered than they thought it would be. And Skeptic actually did a good job of kind of extending that out. So it pulled Yellow Emperor into a bad spot. But you can see what kind of position this puts Google in. It really doesn't. They're so far ahead, they can make a few of those mistakes.
7,000 gold lead. It's just, they only have to care about the Yi at this point. It's going to be a while before Panda is really online on this this Kog'Maw. He's now got 2 items, the Runans plus the Rage Blade, so potent in team fights, but I feel like they haven't had those 5v5 fights, and they don't have
No, they
a
haven't.
big tank. Like, that's one of the things in the composition that you really want
For Yi.
For Yi.
Okay.
Because you do Taric mid or Taric top, but then you at least have some kind of like
Scion
tank
mid.
support, or if you're going Taric mid, you have a tank top lane.
Right.
Right, and somebody who's going to bring like very reliable CC to the composition, or some way to be a frontliner for the Yi, because the Yi is usually like a dive buddy. Like there's the Yis that are like, oh man, I deserve diamond or challenger, and then they dive into the backline, and then they get CC'd and die. It's like, no, you actually have to wait until cooldowns are down. But hold on,
It's the front. It's the back of the front line.
Oh,
It's
Panda.
like, how are they gonna get it? He goes in, he goes out. Actually gets hit.
Panda.
On that room prison as well. Can he get himself to safety? Very, very low, and he is going to go down quick. It looks like they lose Panda. No more damage. His price is gonna be enough. And now Mega Zero's back and forth. They are just getting taken down left and right. Once they lost Skeptic, there wasn't enough. I actually lost track of where Panda tried to put his damage, and Mezuzah, the bot laner, was not able to trade back with his Infinity Edge completed. So a 3-4-3 overall. I do not think that Google was expecting that.
no, not at all, dude. Alpacalypse saved that fight hardcore. He went back in, saw the backline, got the Orb of Deception across 2. That was exactly where he needed to be. Because if he didn't do that, that would have been a fight where they had actually gone, what, 2 for 0.
Yeah.
But he got the 2 back right there at the end with a single orb.
He's making the plays. He's playing quite well on the Victor last time as he had pressure on the mid lane, was able to kind of stave that off against the Aurelion Soul of Vanguard. So here now on the Ahri, still trying to be a little flashy.
That's one of those wards. You're like, you take the ward. No, you take the ward. Everybody's just so charitable,
Share
such
it.
charitable spirits.
Sharing's caring. Still the Taric Yi combo of the bot side, or I should say on the top side of the map. Focusing top was not on the bot to start things off. Letting Zatia farm bot, take Genocide out has made him huge on this Pantheon. Neat hasn't had too many cross-map plays just yet. Well, it looks like we'll see him get back down to a lane by himself and start to spread things out.
And I want to see what Skeptic does here, because now he's got his second item done. The Essence Reaver, the cooldown, the damage. The refunding mana isn't big, but after he casts his ultimate, your next basic attack within 10 seconds grants you Essence Flare for 8 seconds, and then Essence Flare is attack speed and refund on the non-remaining ulti cooldowns. That means you get to Alpha Strike more frequently. He can meditate twice in a fight as well. Like, there's this clip of I think it was TF Blade playing Renekton with this. Even though this item has like
yeah, he goes
mana
and he
and
kills
stuff,
like 3 people immediately.
because his W just counts as 3 autos for basic attacks. So he just actually gets to W twice, he gets to Q twice, he gets to E twice.
And that
It's
heal
insane,
he
but hold
gets
on.
back.
4,000 HP. We're gonna put this thing down. We see what happens here. They're going in. There's the Cosmic Radiance.
Cosmic Radiance hit. Your Dragon's going to be taken. Actually, Mezuzah picks that one up. And they are not able to get over the Void Ooze. Slows them down, but lets them out. No retaliation there from Panda and the rest of the squad on the side of Amazon. And now it's a Baron push coming in for the side of Google.
What's this Drake that's coming up here? Looks like they might be able to get it on the side of Amazon. Gonna go for the blue buff, and then they're gonna set up here. Taric doesn't have ultimate though. The Taric ultimate is huge. It's such a long cooldown too. So they can't really fight. I feel like they shouldn't fight until this is back up. And that's not for another 100 seconds.
They should have time. Correction earlier. Spectator always shows Infernal, but they have been Cloud Drakes. We actually just got our last Cloud Drake of the game. A Mountain and 2 Clouds over to the side of Google, and 1 to Amazon here. So that's actually going to really be great for getting around the map and getting to these lanes to keep spreading Amazon thin. And here we are to the bot side.
Yep. You're going to siege here. No banner, no banner, no banner. They have no banners of command. Of
course, no banner.
Did get hot fixed. But it's still enough for them to siege. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, blam! That's what I was talking about earlier. Nate, you might have gone a little too far. Zatia just wanted the turret. Miscommunication from Google on the entry of the base. They get the turret, but how much? What a charm! Apocalypse coming up huge with the Zanya's now down, and he is going to be able to take out Mezuzah with the rest of the team. They start channeling on the back line now. Zatia low. Apocalypse forward one more time with the Spirit Rush, and he gets taken out. With the power from Vanguard, he turns, he shields, and he realm warps out again. And he gets himself to safety. A 3 for 2 this time, and the retaliation coming in from Amazon.
Neat went really deep there, got caught, and had it turned around on him. Man, Apocalypse played that fight beautifully, got the catch, and then continued it. And that ended up still being a 2 for 3, but it's basically the best you could ask for in a situation where they now have their inhibitors back up, and they're starting to scale and get to this point where now I'm seeing here level 11 for Mega Zero, so he has that rank 2 ultimate, and then you have Panda as a very high DPS damage threat. It's not just the Master Yi, it's not just Skeptic who just got a QSS for himself. It's also this Kog'Maw that's turning online with almost 3 completed items.
Crazy. Man, we just jumped up in kills. We're matching minutes. I like it. 29 at 29 minutes. But that gold lead still now 8,000 in favor of Google. See if they can continue to pressure on. Baron ever so slightly wearing off. I think they're just about to lose it.
Ooh, Panda's about to flame Horizon Mezuzah. Even though that was the lane that got camped.
Vanguard still has it for a little bit. So what's the next play? Obviously, amazing. Amazon doing an amazing job of getting the waves cleared out, but where can they even look to kind of find a window right here?
For Amazon's side, I feel like it comes down to team fighting. Once they have the Blade of the Rune King for Panda, which it should be pretty simple. Like, he has the Blade of the Rune King now, 3 items. Waiting on another item to come through for Skeptic, who maybe is going for the Blood Razor here, the jungle item finally, with the dagger. And it's on him to use the QSS appropriately, but now they're a 2 to 3 damage composition with the Kog'Maw and the Yi, and we're seeing Apocalypse actually do a fairly damn good job here on this Ahri. But on the side of Google, it's about closing out. They're going to have to use the Caitlyn, the sieging, and you're seeing it right here because they have 2 inhibs that are naked. They have no turrets. So those should be easy siege points for them. The Skeptic's just picking up side lane farm as they siege here. And it comes down to the team fighting.
Just being able to get poked out in your own base like that, it feels like an eternity to walk back to your base and come back out to the fight. And those moments are the moments that the other team can really take an advantage. It's like that capture the flag. When you're out for a few moments, that's when the ground is made. But they're trying to capture your Nexus, not a flag. We'll get a slow walk back in from Mega Zero, nice and healed up. And it looks like they continue to push this. Great pressure by Zatia as they slowly put this into motion.
And I'm seeing here, like, you see Panda and Skeptic are both level 16, higher than their counterparts, where Mezuzah is 2 levels down, but Apocalypse is 2 levels down on Vanguard, and then the top lane, Mega Zero's 3 levels down, because he's just been giving everything over to Skeptic. I actually want to check how much gold he's generated from his support item. 2,000 gold from his support item. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Are you surprised you don't see the Essence Reaver yet for Panda?
No, because I think these 3 items are still really good on the Kog'Maw. I think the Essence Reaver comes in later, but even then, having a survival option is usually better, where you have like a Frozen Mallet or more HP.
Right.
I like the Essence Reaver if you have a good front line, right? Somebody who can soak for you, because then you get to actually use the 20 seconds of uptime that you have on your
front lane's
W.
not really about you. They actually have multiple front lanes. They have a front and a back. Genocide has Panda. Mega Zero sticks with Skeptic, and they're like, but I have to focus him, but I have to focus him, and it seems to actually pull him apart in just what we've seen. Ooh, gets it out.
Vanguard gets away, but minute and 30 on that Baron. That's the thing is, you want to fight when an objective's coming up. So I expect that Mega Zero and the rest of Amazon are going to try to wait for a fight. But I think if you're the side of Google, you want to have a fight now.
Oh my word! The front end damage hits immediately, and it is enough to nuke down Skeptic. Mega Zero said, we can't even retaliate with a Cosmic Radiance here. That means you are out of position. That means Google is looking to make a mark here.
Yeah, potentially get an inhibitor, potentially get 2, comes down to the wave clear. And with Skeptic down, who has a lot of their gold, it's going to be a really strong push. But they're, like you said, they're trying to make sure that they can actually make this stop. But yeah, didn't use his QSS there, actually. Didn't use his QSS, didn't use his flash. I feel like it's a call to try and fight when the Baron is up, because that's how they get back in. Because you're expecting like the Cosmic Radiance and stuff, right? But if you use it now, you won't have it up for the Baron. And I think that's what they're saying is just cut your losses. Next fight is the Baron fight, and that's the one that matters. And they're just seeding stuff now. But look at this, Panda.
That's not the damage you want to find. Hits left and right. Cosmic Radiance a little low, but that says Apocalypse. We have to go in. As they kind of hit the
Panda
to the metal on this one. He's out of mana. He cannot really trade other than a few more Spirit Rush hits. Ooh. A good kill coming in with the living artillery coming from Panda as he flashes forward.
Look at this, look at this.
That. Ah, swing, judo, double chop, cut, swing, good flash. Can he get the Rune Prison backwards? One more Alpha Strike. The range is not going to be enough. And his ult won't be coming up in time either. Neat's just on the left side as they both try to hightail it out of this one. Pulls Spirit's Refuge to him, and he will be good to go. But now it's Baron for Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon, this could get them back in the game. They get the Baron, even though they have 2 inhibs down, it means they'll get to stop all the pushes. They'll be able to pick up a ton of CS during that time. And so having the inhibs down is actually going to be bad for the side of Google unless they find a way to push while Amazon has this.
I don't think that's going to be possible. Zatia's doing all he can to take that bot side. Did Amazon really just make this happen? We saw it once from Apocalypse on the bot side. That fight, he had enough mana to ult and basically 1 Orb of Deception, and the team was able to still follow up behind him. And actually, we saw the Cosmic Radiance was almost erroneously used. It forced them into that chase push, but it's forcing them into the right stuff, it appears. Google now ready to retaliate. Like we said, they still have a lead. They still have a lot to work with. But I'm sure Amazon was very happy about that. Google still looking good.
Absolutely. Amazon. That was basically what you could really hope for there. And then it makes it all worth it, where Mega Zero didn't use the Cosmic Radiance before. Skeptic didn't flash before.
Right,
He didn't use his QSS
they held
before.
that. Imagine if they used it.
Because then he got the pressure on the Vanguard and almost killed him. So it ends up being worth it, where if he had used it before, you potentially don't get the right fight. But they got the right one there. And they got all the kills they needed.
Oh, where we going?
Top side.
Stand United in. Oh, it's almost like they wanted the Black Shield and to get into that Soul Shackle. Big damage to Yellow Emperor. So Medusa getting taken down. One last shot. Oh, the Alpha Strike tears through Google. They get taken down to pixels. And now Amazon is starting to deliver all the damage. And that was a prime fight coming in. 20-14 at 35 minutes. Amazon doesn't get 1, but 2, 3 good fights in a row.
Man, Google, they were typing in the search engine trying to find that top lane. Nothing returned. And then they ended up losing 2 people on that. And now they get to defend. That's huge for the side of Amazon. They get to get all of this gold. Hold on here, though. Does he win this? Does he win this?
Seeker. Oh, he lives. Oh, they got the heal. Wild Grow's still down. Shield, Whimsy, try to polymorph the attacks and the crowd control, but it's not going to be enough. However, Amazon looks like they do want to somewhat aggress back onto this. Neat's going to be hard to get through, but he might get himself the safety. The redemption comes through with the damage as well from Skeptic, and they just start to put a stranglehold onto Google's pressure.
And this is a complete reverse. We were looking at a game where there were 7,000 plus gold ahead for the side of Google, and Amazon are saying that doesn't matter. They got the delivery immediately. One day, took them a bit, 30 minutes. Oh, actually, I heard they had 1 hour delivery.
They do.
Yeah, they have 1 hour delivery. That's how long it's going to take them
No,
to win
24
this
minutes.
game.
24 minutes. Delivered will happen. 21-15 as we increase that kill score. Always like to see that getting big. It means there's a lot of action on the Rift, which means people have to adjust. We get in each other's faces more to pressure a few things, and we get more action. Another Mountain Drake on the side of Google. They're doing great on this objective control, even with a Baron, but mispositioning in these fights and kind of overestimating the pressure they have in each situation.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying to now grasp at straws when they didn't have to. And
Yeah.
if they played like
That's a
more of
good
a
way to put
macro
it.
game, but like the old League of Legends Cree, no thank you. It's one that I subscribe to when I'm playing solo queue. Play the macro game, no thank you. Let's just play for fun. And that's what's happening here. Is we saw a game where Genocide started off 0-7. Hey.
Yep.
The turnaround has happened, but hold on, Panda, get into protection.
Not in the place he wants to be, locked down for a moment, but he has a lot of that help. See, when it's all focused onto him, he can almost stand right in front of the team. Granted, they didn't have much vision to see what was behind Panda, but they did not take that Kog'Maw for a full fight.
But now the inhibitors are respawning. 3,000 gold difference between these teams. Ugh.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge close in that gold. From 20 minutes to actually recent fights, we were 8,000 apart.
Yeah, and we're looking at some people approaching those full builds. Master Yi, Skeptic, one more item to go. Just completed his full Mercurial Scimitar. And then Panda, one item as well required. You don't need to get like a Last Whisper or anything on Kog'Maw because he's primarily magic damage. But I wonder if this is like the Essence Reaver coming through as that last item here, so that he gets that extra cooldown on the W and can keep it up the whole time. Like
I like it.
It's going to round out the build fantastically, but also they have a lot of ways to get out of things. Like, I really like that there's 2 QSSs, 2 Mercurial Scimitars, and then there's a Mikhail's Crucible. So if Genocide is on point,
Yeah.
you could go 0-7, make the beginning of people's days,
Yeah.
and then you could just turn it all around and, steal happiness from them.
That's basically what you would see from Genocide anyway, but we did talk about how he was kind of struck for money, so he's like, I'm only getting things I can give to other people. Like, this is not my build. This is your build or your build. So I love it, though. Having Mikhail's feels really good to be able to assist more.
Where's Mega Zero's Knight's Vow?
Oh, he hasn't put it on. You're right. Crown someone.
My liege!
Yeah.
Wait, he put it on. Not the E. He's abandoned the strategy.
Yeah, it looks like they have. That's a really good point. Now that the Kog'Maw is big, we saw Panda standing in the front of that fight with the support of his team behind him, just above the Bramble back on top side of the map. 1 minute and 30 on Baron. A minute and 10 on next Drake.
It's Elder.
Elder Drake,
well,
yes,
so.
thank you.
So, yeah, you see the difference in Elemental Drakes as well makes a big difference. So,
Oh yeah, that's a forced fight.
Google want that. Amazon want to stop them from getting it. Now, we just had a large minion wave picked up on the top side by Panda. Not enough gold yet for the Essence Reaver. And so he's going to have to go to the opposite side, pick up some gold here. The question is, does he have the time to buy his last item before this fight happens? I don't know. If you keep the pressure on, there's potential that if he buys now and then tries to run to the Drake, then it's gone.
Yeah.
So he'll probably have to fight here. Yeah, they're going to have to check. They're looking for it. Google with the pixel brush.
They actually don't have a word to put out right now, so they can't get the Farseers out to see where they are. They have to do it by hand. So it looks like they're just going to stroll out 10 seconds onto the dragon. And it looks like they're going to be able to lock this one down. I should say Elder Drake.
I mean, he just got the red buff as well on Panda, and now he's walking over. Depends on how quickly they
I think they'll take the fight first. They want to stop Apocalypse if they can get to him.
They got to rush in there. Panda.
Great pressure. Vanguard on the left as well to get a Rune Prison out. His target is actually going to be onto Tarek, but they're splitting the fight now. This could be bad. Elder Drake goes in, and that is a huge buff now coming in for Google, but they are getting shredded just as they expected. Having 2 on the outside, but splitting the team leaves it there for Amazon to start picking them apart.
And that's 2 kills, going over for nothing, and that's going to be them picking up the Baron in just a second here. I don't think you can do much about this. It looks like Vanguard's going to try to go for a desperate play. TP to the bottom side from Neat. They're saying, if you go Baron, we're going to get your inhibitors. That's the trade. they're going to trade inhibs for this Baron, which means that they won't be able to push during the duration of this Baron.
Boom. That damage.
Unless they get these kills. Hold on.
Oh, woo. Just misses on that prison. Apocalypse able to get the safety nice and fast. Elite Neat going down along with Yellow Emperor. They trade one more back, possibly trying to get Baron out on the other side of the map, and it looks like Google can't even kind of hold one or two of these fights.
Yeah, Google is just losing these fights left and right. Amazon are now back in this game.
Wow.
It's almost even gold.
73,000 apiece. 21-19 as the kills are surmounting, but really only in favor of Amazon at this point. Huge wave. 3 cannons on the top side being pushed in. Now, they don't even have a banner because they weren't in position to use one just a few minutes ago. Do they fight off a little more than they can chew? One hit comes through. Yi actually gets taken down as well on the other side, and it is look like we will lose Mega Zero as well. An unfortunate circumstances as Amazon goes in, but Google's feeling good about that turnaround. They get Yellow Emperor, and they'll try to repair a bit of this game.
What is going on in this game?
I have no idea. I'm trying to catch up. Great job, directed camera.
Yeah, the 2 flashes blown there by the side of Amazon. When they die, those are 30-plus second death timers here. They're going to run down mid, potentially look for that other inhibitor, and try to maybe get something back here, but I don't know if they'll get much here. Remember, they already killed 1 Nexus turret. I feel like Google is getting to a point where they're a little desperate. Amazon, it's almost even in gold. They have to try and close out now because these fights have been so close.
Oh, how do you not know that was going to take you down? Zatia goes down immediately, and he's shredding everybody. Panda coming up huge. He may be endangered, but he's making that happen for Google's side. Vanguard has to run for safety, and you don't even see Elite Neat in this fight. He's like, I was a little late, and I won't even come to the party.
Man, that's one where you turn around, you walk in, you're like, man, this party is not what I thought it would be. Turn right around, you do a 180, and you walk away. You just get right out of there. Holy moly.
A few more steps, and Panda definitely could have outpositioned some hits there, but really, if he's looking, he's turning on to a Caitlyn that's just getting kills. 1 kill from Azusa just happened in the last fight. The 2nd kill came out of this fight onto Panda. Yeah, he's charged up in items, but Panda is just absolutely crushing right now if he can keep protected and keep good position.
Yeah, and he's got that Infinity Edge now. I didn't think he'd go for it. I thought he'd go for Essence Reaver, but he went for the extra crit. He has Rune Edge. What is this game?
That was like a 3-shot. Are you kidding me? Not even able to. Zanya's under the turret. And now Amazon pressuring a little harder. We'll see that one more time as we go back for the replay. Shield wears off from Lulu. 11. Didn't even give you the next number. You don't need to see this calculation.
It didn't give you the next one because the next one I don't think was a crit. I don't think it was an E empower.
Yeah.
So it was a QEQ. Or I guess, sorry, it was an EQQ. Good Lord. Good Lord. But, I mean, we'll talk about Vanguard for a second because we haven't talked about him all game, but he's been the consistent factor here. Like, you looked at Zatia, who was, like, popping off early. Vanguard, still 0 deaths to his name. He's 907. He's been very good so far. It's just been Alpocalypse has stopped a lot of the sieges and prevented Vanguard from really shining. But right there, he takes down the Ahri with that combo, and he frees his team up to once again push because they got all this ground back. And we're sitting here with potential to go to the final game if Google win this. And if Amazon win this, they win the After Hours Gaming League Season 6 here for League of Legends. And they do it undefeated without dropping a single game.
Absolutely crazy. And they had, as we said, 2 weeks off. Pyke available within these games as well, so people could throw a wrench in there. And it seems like even under pressure here, we saw them lose Skeptic and start losing those inhibitors, but they kind of measured that in their head. They said, how much can we lose? This is fine. That's just a respawn. And they're kind of measuring it. Does it look good? Not so much. Not so much. They're losing a lot, but they're able to hold off. Google, however, knocking on that front door, trying to make it look very good. And as you said, bring it to a game 3.
Yeah, and right there, we saw Mega Zero use his ultimate, but now it's not that rank 1 ultimate. He's now 60-second cooldown as opposed to the 144 that we saw before. And I feel like the game is having some lag every now and then. It's like actually just hitching. I feel like League of Legends doesn't even know what to do with League of Legends right now. There are 3 inhibs down, double super minions.
Oh, Mizzou's very low. That's not what they want. Oh, this is again Elite Neat going possibly a little too far.
Skeptic
in.
on the back.
Tries to get himself to safety, and we see Skeptic going hard. Guardian Angel is on, and that will be procced. Zatia very low. He's got a GA himself, and this is going to be a rinse and repeat fight for those guys to come back up. The Realm Warp takes them a little bit farther out, and no fight can continue after that. Held on. Once again, Amazon stays alive.
Now you're sitting in a position as Amazon where you lost all your inhibs. Luckily, you're mid respawned. But now you always have to worry about an inhib, about a back door coming through from Rise, because the game will just end off of that if the teams are fighting. But we now have the next Elder Dragon up in 2 minutes, and the Baron. These are right neck and neck in terms of when they're coming up.
Absolutely crazy. Look at all the action that's actually gone throughout this game. 47 minutes. You can see it down on the board right there. And we are looking to put the final touches on this one and possibly a Game 3 for the 2018 Spring After Hour Gaming Grand Finals. Amazon and Google did a lot of work this season, and now led by their captains, Vanguard for Google and Apocalypse for Amazon. I feel like this is almost like if this were a poster, it'd be like those two guys, kind of like forehead to forehead with like a fist out, right?
Yeah,
they have really been playing well for both of their teams.
It's
and
the title fight.
yeah, title fight, being the captains that they need to be. 9-0-7 for Vanguard.
Everybody's been doing so well around them, though.
It's true. It's true. Everybody is definitely. It's not even picking up the slack. They're playing to par along with that mid lane and captain play.
Oh, man. We're looking at a Kog'Maw that's just popping off. Panda has been a huge threat in these fights. And now Skeptic, I wonder, is that a Yomu's that'll be his last item here? He's been kind of jumping around on things. He had a stopwatch before. But, yep, going for the siege. Shirelia's. I like this from Mega Zero, because if they're trying to start something, you need to speed up the Kog'Maw. You need to speed up the whole team.
Trying to start something?
Yeah, you're trying to start something.
Start something?
Shirelia's Revelry.
Let's go!
Reverie.
I love that item. It actually brings me back as well. It was nostalgia. I love Shirelia. She was such a great person, and the item is just as awesome. We'll see if he can use it to good effectiveness. Like you said, everybody's got to be on board with moving forward. We see a misstep, Elite Neat going in too far.
Wow.
And the rest of the team can't really coordinate around it.
And Kog'Maw's sitting on 5,000 gold.
Oh,
He could, like, swap out booties for something else.
Chug those
like,
potions.
You need something else.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Does he have an elixir going? Yeah, he does. He has
does
the Wrath.
Elixir of Wrath.
There's the Elder.
All right, Elder Drake. Oh, Elder for a Baroon.
Well, remember they got the first Elder. This is the Omega Elder.
Purple Drake for Purple Snake.
Wait. Rise ultimate into the base, potentially end. They're going to try to rush it down.
They have a few
This
there,
could be
though,
it.
if they know they can collapse. But do they collapse?
Ooh,
when
they
the
are
team
doing
is
it. They are
possibly
doing it.
taking damage at Baron.
Wait, down the mid lane.
Positioning puts them in a little bit of a stall.
I
They
think they're
know
gonna
they had to
broke.
bring the minions, so they had to go this way anyways.
Are they going to go for broke? Is it just going to be, hey, go after the Nexus?
There's the
Shirley's
hit.
Revelry. He
Shirley's
got rooted.
Revelry goes on. Cosmic Radiance. Oh, they're just walking away. How can it happen like this? Oh, this is the thing too, Zyrene, is when you plan something for that long, when you have, as an opponent, that long to see the items in the inventory of your enemy, you know that play is coming, and you can walk away from it. Now it's up to Amazon to formulate it in a slightly different way and try again. Google, pretty much still in the driver's seat here.
And I am just watching intently because it's literally just the one move somebody makes. There it is, Pantheon's going in.
Man drop coming through, instantly going onto the E. They want to get Skeptic out of the fight. He goes down. It
Nexus!
is going to be the Nexus. It's going to be a Game 3 as Google take Game 2.
The first game that Amazon drop in the entire season is to Google in the finals to bring us to Game 3. The gods, they can bleed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good point to make, is that in that undefeated run for Amazon, their best of threes were undefeated as well. Those were no games dropped. So like you said, first game dropped, and that's a very good point to bring up because Amazon did not want that to happen this season. They're feeling good, not finding victory in a few others, but Season 6 was theirs, and it'll hurt, but they still want the win.
Yeah, you want the win. You want to walk away representing your charity. And now it's just one more game between Team Google and Team Amazon. It's one away from Against Malaria and Doctors Without Borders, either one of them walking away with a larger sum of charity money.
Like we're going to almost get right in. As we hop into the lobby, we'll get this going nice and fast. A win for Amazon. A win for the Google. And now a best of 3. Goes all the way to the end. And that's the way a grand final should be, baby. That's the way a grand final should be.
Man, it's gone the distance. We're seeing a strategy come out. The Master Yi Tarek. They put a lot on Skeptic's shoulders and Panda's, but it looks like putting Mega Zero in a spot where he can carry may just be a little bit of a better strategy. He is pretty much the best player on the team from like a mechanic standpoint. He has previous LCS experience, so you would want to see him on something that has a little bit more carry potential, but we got to go and talk about what was working really well for the side of Google to get them that win. And the answer to that is pretty much everybody, but in particular, the bottom lane strategy where the Pantheon just kept camping that lane.
Oh.
They kept getting kills off of Genocide early.
Extending the Lulu level 6.
Making sure that didn't come through. And then, honestly, Vanguard, who was overlooked for a large part of that game, was one of the big people to make it so that the triple hit combo where he's just blowing up Ahri, he just relieved so much pressure off the team. And then when they got the 2 dragons, that just made it so they have this Omega Dragon. So it was the bottom lane focus, because remember, they were focusing topside with Tarek Yi, so they're completely removed from the Drake. Gave up 4 Drakes, gave up 2 Elder Dragons, and so it just ended up being a game where the objectives really did matter when it came down to it.
We will have to see. Yeah, that's so big. They're sneaking these ones here and there. You're like, oh, it's fine. They're clouds. There's a few mountains. This is great. And then they say, oh, wait, the Elder makes a big difference. Purple Worm or Purple Drake? And the Purple Drake is the one that brings home the victory.
Yeah, the Drake is huge. I know, I'm loving the banter in chat.
It is good. These guys are definitely having fun. And they're ready to get back into game 3. Look at that. I love it. It's great. Have us run the LCS.
Dude, I'm loving the Twitch chat, too, where the Twitch chat is like, which is more free? Amazon freer than their shipping, or Google freer than their service?
Ooh, I like that.
Those are like the complissalts where you're like, it's a compliment at the same time.
Complissalts. I like it.
Yeah.
Ready, good sir. Let us. Pew, pew. All right, we are heading into game 3. If you're just joining us, you can hang out for quite a while. I know there's more games going on today. I don't know why they're going simultaneously or after this one. We are going to Champion Select Game 3. Bring back the old school Worlds music here for Champion Select for a little nostalgia. And the epic gameplay that we have going on here. Some pretty bloody games. Amazon and Google both. I'd say Amazon in Game 1 playing their composition. Google in Game 2 playing their own instead of playing reactively. And now Game 3, I hope both teams just say, I want what I want, and they play some crazy stuff.
Yeah, you got to pull it all out here. This is the final game. We're seeing the Rise ban, more respect towards Vanguard. But this probably means that you're going to see the Aurelia ban again. Yep. Targeted towards Mega Zero. And I think Kaisa is also another one that's been just banned out pretty much every time. Kled, too.
I did mess up on the Silver Scrape. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. We had no break.
Yeah, there's a Zyra Aurelia, like you said, that Kled has been there quite a bit against Mega Zero. See if that's one of the ones we see here. Right, meow. From Elite Neat. Actually, pretty great game on Shen last time. Maybe a little too much forward, but he like adjusted but did it. I like it. He's like, you know what? It's semi-working. Only something small needs to change. I'll keep diving, but do this.
He adjusted but didn't.
I love that mentality. Exactly. You're like, maybe I'll just put my left foot forward, but I'll still dive into the middle instead of my right foot first, right? That kind. See, you adjusted, but you didn't. I got you. Don't worry.
Speaking of adjustments,
Caitlyn, adjusted right over to Caitlyn for Genocide, or Panda, once again. He will not be on the Kog'Maw, and I think both of these carries are really on that Caitlyn train now. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out through this patch.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested because it seemed to still be powerful. It still dominates the lane, and then different builds between the two. Both times Caitlyn has won. One of them was the Storm Razor build early for even more lane pressure, and then the other one was the Infinity Edge with the static and also the rapid fire cannon. So kind of going back to the old build where you would just go ahead and use multiple crit items and hit 100% crit.
The boom boom, the bang bang. That's the good damage. Let's see what we have. So, Google liking that game 1 composition. And same with Amazon. Same picks to start things off.
Yeah, you're right.
I believe this was the support, and then we would see a Nami on the other side.
In the first game, it was...
Oh, no, those were the junglers.
It
That's
was
a
the-
Rek'Sai, right?
It was
And-
the Victor here.
Yeah, the Victor and the Rek'Sai. Good call. Oh,
This is...
did we
the
accidentally hit
s-
replay on
Yeah,
game 1?
This is the saltiest of runbacks.
The saltiest. Oh,
But
wait.
this time Malphite. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, if he flipped off of Malphite and chose Rek'Sai then, and literally make it point for point of what they did, I would have gone crazy. There's the Rumble ban going out.
Yeah.
We are going to get the Malphite, and this kind of shuts down the aggression that MegaZero likes to bring to the top lane, and also can shut that Jax up a little bit.
Yeah, it's great against the Jax. It's also really good against the Caitlyn. You can reach her, and if she doesn't net
That's
fast
a
enough,
great point.
she has to net like preemptively as soon as she gets in range, or as soon as the Malphite gets in range, because you'll interrupt the net mid-net if you do hit him there. So, well, I like the ban as well on the Rumble because that's a big counter to Malphite. And if they didn't pick
Yeah.
Malphite here, they would have had it banned away from them. So I like that they're covering it and banning away some of the counters. I do wonder what they're going to ban next. There are some other things that do well into Malphite right now. Things like Darius actually does okay into Malphite because of the auto resets and stuff, but team fighting is different. I don't know if they'll throw another top lane ban. Oh, Fiora. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Essence River Fiora. Slice and dicing.
Oh, yeah, you get to Q, because your Q and your E both count as basic attacks.
Right.
So you'll get so much cooldown back.
Slice, slice, slice. What do we have here on the side of Amazon? Alexa, gank mid. They have a final ban here for phase 2. Before we start off our picks, it will be the support of Morgana, so they can't lock down TET Panda in lane. And now we will see what is picked up.
Lulu?
Ooh.
I mean, having the protection support is really big, and you don't want them to have Lulu plus Caitlyn. Now
No,
you
that's
kind of
true.
go to Nami Caitlyn as the combination that you
Hi.
lock in. So, oh, Karma's not bad either. Nami or Karma, I think, are really, really good here. But Genocide, final game.
Genocide on the Bard? Is he going to temper fate? No, he will not. It is going to be the Nami. They'll be throwing tidal waves out. So they go with the ladies of the support at the bottom of the rift with Lulu and Nami. And now it looks like maybe a troll for this game going to the hands of maybe Skeptic in that sense. Could be up to MegaZero since he's going up against the Malphite. He'll have to sap those resources if he gets the chance.
The Trundle, yeah, to the top. That makes a lot of sense. You get to, but it's still another auto attack based matchup. So you're looking at a largely physical composition minus the Victor. So like Jax, Trundle, Caitlyn, all very auto attack based. So the Malphite will be a very good champion here. And we'll have a good time. And this is, remember, this is the most played champion for Elite Neat.
I like it. I love seeing good Malphite players because they actually look unstoppable. They kind of just walk through things. They take a bunch of damage. You see it happen on other champions too, and then you go to play it, and you're like, why does it happen like that for me?
Oh, yeah. Where they buy like a small amount of AP, and you're just like, oh, God, I can't do anything in lane against this guy. What's going on? So it feels really, really
It's
bad.
crazy. What kind of build would we be seeing from Elite Neat coming in this game for that Malphite?
Actually, it looks like he's going to go against the Jax. So
That's a good point. They did swap out. 20 seconds left. You do have to switch to your position.
So this is like pretty big because Jax is I believe it's one of his worst matchups against Malphite, but Jax has seen a lot of buffs over time to things like having access to Conqueror, also changes to things like the Rage Blade for melee champions. So he feels really much better in the top lane, but up against the Malphite, I don't think the matchup is favored in Jax's way in almost any way. Except that you probably just don't get killed by the Malphite mid-late game. But in terms of build, I think you go for a Bramble Vest of some kind in this build because you're going to be up against a Nami as well as a Trundle.
Right on.
And then you start getting just more armor. I don't know if Sunfire fits its way in there. Frozen Heart He's just gonna get a Frozen Heart this game.
Yeah, I'm sure he hopefully knows the builds, being a mid laner at heart. Been playing since season 1, so he basically knows what happens and how to get things changed when the patch changes. He'll know what to do within this build. Switching to top lane for this tournament, he's kind of just started mastering. Like you said, Malphite's still one of his most played. Helps in that sense that it is the grand final game, so he'll be feeling nice and comfortable in that new lane on a champion that he feels great on. Aurelion Sol back for Vanguard. Like we're saying, most of this is a deja vu from game 1. We do have that Trundle slipping in there along with the Pantheon and a support change on the right side, but what a like kind of a mirror match to get here. And Amazon took this game pretty handily. They came out strong. They might have lost a few kills in the early game, but then said, your turrets are ours, your base is ours. And we'll see if they can get into that kind of roll of things once again.
And that was mostly because there's the lack of damage that was on the side of Google. But now I think with the Pantheon,
You feel better about that now?
I feel a little bit better about
Okay,
it.
okay.
The Ezreal still does need to scale. But the Aurelion Sol needs to roam. The Pantheon and the Aurelion Sol need to roam. And that's what I'm looking for here. Like, Aurelion Sol players, I usually see them leave lane very early. Like, we're talking within the first 3-4 minutes of the lane phase, you should have left lane at least twice.
Okay. Take notes from Huhi.
Yeah, you clear the first wave.
Yeah,
you start
circle,
roaming.
clear the
Even if
first
you're gonna,
wave, back, come clear, you do whatever, right?
go for it. Go
looks so
get
easy,
Scuttle
but-
Crabs, right? Like, you should be able to get the Scuttle Crabs pretty handily with Aurelion Sol.
Those are the funny things, is watching that in the beginning of a game when somebody will kind of just do that over and over. You try to do it in your game, you get ganked because nobody really follows the rules of junglers need their first few camps and mid won't have somebody. So you try to do it in your games and you die. And these guys make it look so easy. See if Vanguard can make it look easy once again. What was he, 9-0 something before they started dying on that Rise last game? So his blood is pumping. He is feeling good coming into this game. We'll see if Apocalypse can be the captain that Amazon needs. As we head into this matchup, it is the final game of the 2018 Spring Grand Finals for the After Hours Gaming League and League of Legends. There are more games going on throughout the day with awesome casters. So don't forget to check that out from After Hours Gaming League as they play for charities around the world. Amazon playing for Doctors Without Borders today, and the charity for Google is Against Malaria. Two awesome charities here and two awesome teams as we get into our final match. Game point. We are on the Rift. We're gonna do the 1-1 look, close that, and eyes on 1-1. Amazon and Google swap.
Did I do it?
Sweet.
Nice. I didn't screw up. That's what I strive for in everything that I do. Not screwing up.
You forgot to turn the music off.
Damn it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're into game 3. I am Rivington Bislin III, along with Aiden Zyrene Moon. And this is a bit of the last of our voices here for After Hours Gaming League as we finish up this game. But like I said, stay tuned for the rest of the day. There's going to be awesome games and matches going on for After Hours Gaming League. Line of scrimmage somewhat being set up. It looks like they've squeezed that line into somewhat of a dot. Ooh. Oh, the Q check.
You always want to, as Ezreal, you always want to klepto check. Look at that. He's the best Ezreal I've ever seen.
Rich.
What?
Look at this gold.
What?
Look at this gold.
That's how you can tell the difference between a good Ezreal player and a great Ezreal player. If they Q you and they get the bag of gold, or they get the red potion that gives you AD. Like, Mezuzah. He's evolved from Mezuzah to Methuselah. He is kicking butts. Let's see what happens here. He's probably going to keep throwing him in there. I wonder how much this sells for now. Only 16? Pennies. Got him. Used to sell for more.
Yes, I do believe that Dota 2 is now as well, if they're simultaneously doing the other stream. Feel free to get your double watch on. It might be difficult. That's a lot of action going on between two games. We'll start off here on the bottom side, Bramble back, as they do the Bramble front,
What is Mega Zero doing?
technically.
Oh. Mega Zero decided not to go to lane, fake leash, and went to ward instead.
Interesting. If you're a fake leash, you kind of
Hey.
want to take some damage.
Look at this. Is his ward going to see him? His ward is going to see Zatia. And they know exactly what's going on here. The Pantheon, great level 2 jungler.
Oh. He warded it, so now he knows all
wait.
together.
But wait.
They're going left and right. He sees if he wants to fight. My Mega Zero says, oh no, I've walked out of position. But then he says, here is my jungler. Now a 2v2. Mid lanes have been able to roam, and it looks like Vanguard got the best of this one. And now they're pushing Mega Zero and Skeptic off. He still has Flash, and he can use it over the elbow of the wall. It looks like he'll be good. Zatia, not enough mana or on that cooldown to get the Aegis locked down. But what a quick skirmish. And that Scuttle did go over to Amazon's side.
Yeah, Skeptic able to pick that one up, got that 70 gold. So he's able to go through his jungle, and he's not wasting much time. But it looks like Zatia hanging out mid with no flash, gonna walk across. So he went buff to gank, got spotted, and even though he's covering, he's like gonna be multiple camps behind now. It's just a way better jungle route for Skeptic, who's gonna hit 3 off of this camp, but it'll take a little bit more for Zatia, who's going for the opposite Scuttle.
Boom, boom, boom. Great damage and lockdown on the stun there as the level 2s come through for mid lane. A little bit of stun left. Likes to lock up now. Like those potions, nice for Mazuza, as you already see Panda has chugged through his, so taking a bit of damage, but has sustained.
Look at that gold difference already.
Crazy.
Between
300,
the
400.
Wait, Mega Zero. Woo!
Hot minions! The pressure up there as
wait,
well
in the top
from
lane, in the
Skeptic
top
as
lane.
they go back. Oh, did he not see him that long?
I don't know.
He's got all the pillar to come out, flash through, gets the bite, red buff is on, one last hit. What a mistake from Elite, and he felt like he had a bit of time in lane to get the last push. Goes down to Skeptic.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't have a ward, and it looked like I want to see that again. Actually,
See it again.
We're gonna go back, and we're gonna instanto replayo this, where he goes through here. They see him, but then I don't think they see him there. That ward doesn't spot him. He goes up, and then Mega Zero almost dies, and Neat now.
Oh.
Yep.
When we got to him, he was trying to flash over the wall to get down. That's why he was walking at the turret.
Yep, down bottom though.
Ha! Panda goes down, good pressure, and this was the pressure that they put on with Pantheon last game. Even harder to do it on this side with the access.
Yeah, because you have to go further around.
Exactly.
But they have the push. That's what you're looking for here is this Ezreal to have the push on the Caitlyn. But you normally shouldn't. But look at that. He's up 600 gold now. Neat. Oh, boy. All right, we got to see that again. Cast it as if it's not a replay, Riv.
Neat come in, he goes up and possibly going down. He is getting the pillar to the face. He just remembers that from the other side. A great tank by Skeptic as they play that slow, methodical, and they pick up another kill knowing Flash is down.
A+. Man, they're able to put pressure on this Malphite where the Malphite was picked into the Jax. They put the Jax in the top lane, which is one of the worst matchups for Jax, but they're able to just bring this Trundle up and constantly put pressure on him. Mega Zero has flash advantage now too. So the jungle focus is working out on the top side here.
Yeah, it is. Where to next, though, is the idea. We see the tiers stacking up from Azusa now as they get themselves back to lane after a kill and buy.
Yeah, this is the rough part for Ezreal, where you got to buy a tier, and then your opponent comes back with combat
Just some
stats.
sort of damage or scaling to damage.
Even where it's like he just has boots and a dagger, but like the mana literally does nothing for you. It's not going to do any more damage. You're up 500 gold, but this means it's like for the long run, right?
You can fight for a long time.
But it's all about like you got the tier early. You're going to be able to just stack it up, and later there's that payoff. And that's why Ezreal's still very strong.
These are my favorite parts of kind of League of Legends. It seems like a simple to think about, but like knowing those things are happening and you can't really do anything about it, just to the way that the situation's being played. You're like, he has no damage. He doesn't want to fight me. But yet I can't do anything about it because of the way he's positioning and playing. Like, I love those little interactions in League that kind of have to be, and things really go awry when they change, and they start going wrong.
And that's why you see a lot of like kills happen in games that aren't professional games, because professional games are all about minimizing mistakes.
Yeah.
Whereas other games are just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but like the recognizing that that's not the play you should have done is actually really hard to do. And let's see, Neat. He's maxing the E, so he's got a lot of minions.
Yeah,
The
he's
attack
using the
speed's slow.
minions. This
Hold
is
on,
great.
though.
They're all
Hold on.
casters, too. They are
think
just
he loses.
crushing. He absolutely loses that fight. I think the first knock from Empowered Attack should have kind of given him the idea that there was way too many chunks of HP coming off. Great play by Mega Zero. That is the kind of style he loves. 2-0, or 2-0 now for him. A little back and forth from bot side.
Ruh-roh.
The double bubble spells the trouble. Heals coming through. Flash forward from the bot lane there to get themselves into range, but they do lose Zatia in an extended fight that seems like they didn't want it, but the rest of the team made a bit more commitment when they came in.
And this is just honestly falling apart here for the side of Google. Is a 1.5k gold lead, and the Ezreal, he needs time to scale. Mezuzah has the kill, but like the top side is giving up 5 kills between the top laner and the jungler, and now it's just spilling over into other lanes where the jungler is not winning these fights. And we just saw a roam come down where, sure, Vanguard was way earlier than Apocalypse, but Apocalypse was able to contribute a lot in that fight and get the kill. So now he's in a better spot in that lane. So it's all just kind of like spilling over from what happened with the early games from Skeptic topside.
Yep. We'll see if he can stretch those kills now with pressure against Vanguard. Flashes, Ignite is up in mid lane, so they could have some pressure if Zatia comes. Apocalypse has to be careful about that.
And this bottom lane, it's been going well for the Ezreal, but we gotta say Genocide had a really good bubble in that last fight. Deserves a lot of credit for that, because the double bubble was on point there, because that would have been like Vanguard and Zatia pretty much getting out.
Yeah, no, it's true. Making the plays. Bit better of a game for Genocide this time. Not living up to the name.
It goes both ways, I think.
Yeah, true. He could deliver. He could try to bring that pain. Oh! Unstoppable force, but how unstoppable is it? Enough for that kill to come in through Elite, Neat, and Zatia.
And look at this wave. He's gonna miss this whole wave. He doesn't have TP.
I don't want to. Click it away.
For how long?
Oh, it hurts.
How long does he not have TP
see.
for? Let me click on him. Let me click on him. The game won't let me click on him because he's... There we go. 17 seconds. So yeah, he's gonna miss this entire wave because of that. And that's like, that looked like it was like 10, 15 CS.
He's done. He says that's enough. I don't have any minions to farm, and I don't need to be here. There's well, they go down. Google staying true. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Amazon now. Getting the dragon, I should say. I was like, Google staying true to their objectives, but that's not Google. That's Amazon. Skeptic and Genocide doing a great job together to kind of get out of lane when it was slightly pushed, work under the radar, get themselves a little bit more.
But you brought up Google there, and I think Google did exactly what they needed to. They went to the top side. Mega Zero got baited in because he had been bullying Elite Neat and got that kill earlier. But then Zatia was there. Zatia, they get the flash out of Mega Zero. They follow with the ultimate from Neat, and then Zatia just follows up with his W. Now Mega Zero has no flash against a Malphite with flash and a Pantheon. The Pantheon will be able to ulti into the lane and make some pretty easy lane ganks happen. So I expect Zatia to continue to push in that top side and potentially have that kind of spill over. But this bottom lane is really low, so they're going to go for this turret.
Oh, the flash, no net there. It's exactly what they were doing before. They use the ability to get out. They don't have a gap closer or a way to blink. Let's use the Pantheon drop. They get in, and they are able to give themselves the first turret. Now, this is when Google lost a bit of control in the game of game one.
When is this ultimate?
Oh, no, Skeptic!
Boop.
Oh, he lives. I did not think he was going to live, but he goes because of the minions dying around him. He's able to get a little bit back, but not bot lane.
It's a slaughter.
They continue the pressure down there. Maybe should have gotten a good gank to continue onto Elite Neat because the pressure's not there. And, oh, go do it. I would do it. You better do it.
Neat has ulti. Neat has ulti.
If he hits him with a shard. Oh! No, unstoppable force. Right to the kisser.
Oh, my God. He's like, come on, man. You don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. But Neat pops him in the mouth. He's 2 and 3 now. Oh, no. The map is just full. I now have to reverse what I said like a minute ago. Where it was like, this looks awful. It's 5 and 1 in favor of Amazon. Google is just like, typed in the search engine, how to play League of Legends. Boom. You got your instant results right there.
Heck yeah, man.
They got those guides off Mobifier. They know how to play that. They're 5 and 5 now. They're up 3,000 gold.
Absolutely ridiculous turnaround. Amazon feeling a little lax with the lead that they had. We still haven't seen the mid laners do too much. That roam hasn't come from Vanguard because he's been pushed up by Apocalypse. But holy heck, has the aggression around the rest of the map been crazy. And it's a rinse and repeat, as you said before, coming in from Google. We have a Pantheon. We'll get bot lane pushed in. As soon as it is, we're diving bot lane.
And they got that. And now they're going to lane swap now because they need that turret top side. They can play for the Rift Herald because there's no dragon on the bottom side. This is a macro class. Maybe they looked up some pro league, you know? You get a few minutes in between games, like 3 minutes. But it's working out well for them right now. You see the
Very
Ezreal?
charitable in many ways, showing us great plays and their charities.
Look at that. Check it out. It's like the Malphite, pretty much even in gold.
Yeah.
But then like this Ezreal up 1,500. Hold on, though, mid.
He's storming. That's a lot of continuous damage, especially the closer he can be. He channels the storm out to Vanguard. Flashes down there, double summoner up for Apocalypse as they push mid lane. Ooh, getting the afterburn on the laser almost brings Vanguard down. They pull Zatia to mid lane, a directed camera. Calm down! As they go to Trundle and back down to the top lane here. And just, shh, Mega Zero's hiding. I think they know he's there, though. They're like, the map is a little too quiet, and Mega Zero's not on it. I mean, he's probably not jungling, so he's in a brush somewhere. There's the ward coming in from Yellow Emperor just to be safe. He knows nobody's in the middle.
Neat. All right. Yeah, Neat just kind of walks up, throws a Q, lets him know he's there. But that middle turret has taken a beating. Ezreal in a good spot, too. And now they're trying to wrestle control back because 2.5K in favor of Google.
Yeah.
Winner take all in this match, too.
Winner give all.
Winner give all. I like that. Hold on. Speaking of giving it your all.
Who? Oh, it's that. Oh, my God. Well, Panda's not going to be able to give much back on that one, and neither is Genocide. He says, sorry, buddy, not this time. And Zatia, once again, finds that Pantheon drop. He really has a good idea of how to separate a fight or at least get something out of that pressure.
And Panda's just being a charitable person.
He is, right?
3 deaths. Hold on. Vanguard, though.
Ooh, Voice of Light screams it out. There's the slow, and he connects. Mystic shot at max range as Mizuza Arcane shifts forward.
That was a flash arcane shift to get the Q. That's the confidence he had in landing that.
The 1, 2, and the 3. Very nicely done. Mega Zero going for the ward. Just misses short on it as he takes damage. And a turret shot. Quick cleanup by Elite. Neat is the top laners on the bot side of the map now as things getting heated up towards that top lane.
And like Mega Zero, I actually looked at his skill order there. He's maxing Q first. So when you're in a matchup up against Malphite, maxing the W first, it's okay. But like maxing the Q is better to stay on the Malphite if you ever get to a point where he uses his E. Because if he ever uses his E to wave clear, you jump on him, stun him, and then he won't have his E back by the time you can actually jump on him again and just train him down. So you watch for that ground pound and just make sure that he doesn't have the attack speed slow available and just stick to him. So I like this. It puts pressure on the Malphite to play the matchup correctly, but it also means you're actually a little less effective in bursts.
Oh, hello. Still, oh no, flash in about 30 seconds or so. Gets himself out.
Oh, wait. Rift Herald just died. Caitlyn. Panda.
Oh, dear. Quite far up the lane. Oh, what? Whoa! Oh, my word. If he actually procced on that, that would have been hilarious. They have to get the summoner heal out. It almost goes a little chaos. Yeah. But they get themselves to safety, if that's what you want to call it, on that play.
Oh, Panda.
You take it. I said take it.
Yeah. You want to give the kill over, but you don't want to actually give it
so much.
Yeah, they both used heal there. There's the Rift Herald on the top side as the dragons get taken on the bottom side, so they should have numbers advantage here. Slam on the turret.
What a turnaround from Google here in the early
Keep the pressure on.
mid-game. Hit onto Genocide. Oh, he actually gets to the tidal wave. Flash forward. Voice of Light just misses. Zatia gets the heal. Rather goes down as he can't get himself around, even with the wild growth. Rift Herald to go down. More damage on the bot side turret as well. Beautiful hit there, almost down to half, just about 55 to 60% HP as we're back to a chase. And the pursuit from Amazon looks like it'll go slow but steady as they'll use this time to push some wards forward and gain back a bit of this map.
Yeah, that was a do it for Shelly play right there. You push up, get the turret, get the minions. You go past it, she gets another charge off, and you saw that half HP on that turret. But now they're going to try to get this middle turret, which has already been kind of chipped away. But you see the turret count is 4-0 in favor of Google. Right now, Amazon's been struggling. They had 5 kills to 1. There's been 7 to 1 kills back during that time here.
Absolutely crazy. And Mizuza's been finding quite a bit as well, as Ezreal did not have this kind of game in Game 1. It was more just a few supportive items from his Nami and running away from a lot of the fights because there was so much damage coming through from Panda. not having the same game. He was 505 at one point.
Man. Look at this difference in gold here between Mezuzah and Panda.
Exactly.
It's a night and day difference. Like, almost 3,000 gold up on this Ezreal. He's gotten a lot from the Klepto, but he also has double tier. He's got his
Finished up.
Muramana pre-17 minutes. So he is in a
word.
really good spot. I can't mouse over it to see how much gold he has. Please.
Right, please.
No. Okay. Well, he's got a lot of gold from it. But he also has 4 turrets, 3 kills, and 3 assists. So those all also add up to gold.
Doesn't hurt. Stays in the side lanes. He's got the minion dematerializer, so he can go hard if a banner even comes his way. It doesn't look like those builds are really going to be happening for his opponents anyways on the side of Amazon. And that's 4 zeros to 0. 4 turrets to 0, I should say. So much global gold, but that's also a big influx. Amazon has this tendency to win a few fights in a row and then just kind of throw the game on its head. And there's enough turrets on the map for that to happen. Especially close enough to them, I should say.
Yeah, they can get that mid turret, crack it open, potentially get 2 there and open up the map. Whereas they haven't lost their mid turret. They're both outers on the side lanes and both inners. It's just that mid that's still standing, and that's where they're focusing.
Nice crowd control. No stacking there, layered one after the other. Beautifully done between the Aegis and the Stars. And now mid lane waiting for minions here. Kind of wasting a little bit of time, but there's not much else to do on the Rift.
It takes a while. You got to wait for the minions. Sometimes they're really slow.
Like, give me a second. I'll go place a ward. I can do this.
Yeah, Victor got to clear out the minion wave before he died. Puts a little bit of a buffer on it. So as these minions reach, there's only 10 seconds left before Victor's back up. So because he cleared the wave, they don't really get to push it.
Nice job by Elite Neat. Very good pressure, just back and forth, yo-yoing himself in and out to act as aggression, while the rest of the team stays at a very, very safe distance. Let's see if they go for round number 2. Oh, Panda's putting some traps down behind him as well. Feels like they might get kind of closed in from the side if they lose sight of Elite Neat or Zatia. Jumping in. Oh, no, he goes straight in for the mid lane. Apocalypse almost gets hit up. He's tanking a lot. He's going to flash out, draws all the attention. Now, can they retaliate from the side of Google? It's been Amazon doing a great job of finding who they need and getting themselves through this fight, and they were able to take out Elite Neat and save the turret.
Yeah, that was Elite Neat diving in, and then he immediately got ultied by Skeptic. So he's taking a lot more turret damage. Even though he has a lot of armor, he's taking a lot more damage from that turret right off the bat. And so they drop him, and almost everybody dies on the side of Amazon, but still able to defend the turret for a little bit longer. And it looks like their blue buff is actually...
Oh, my word! That's got to be a nightmare right now for Panda and the rest of the team. Coming from behind that Pantheon over and over. Like Zero feels like he can chase a bit. The rest of the team routes that side of the wall, and Mezuzah can now offer his damage. So everyone backs off. I love the end of these fights in this series. It's always like, maybe just a little bit more. And you can hear the rest of the team. Man, come on. next time. It seems like we're getting a lot of that.
I could get him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's the Counter-Strike down.
Ooh. Okay, just a stun on Skeptic. He's got enough health to kind of stay, but not when the turret is down. Zatia and Mezuzah both the same amount of health, ready to go forward as Google's. They're feeling it. Ooh. They are feeling it.
Yeah, Google right now, they're up 5,000 gold. They have all those turrets, 5-0. Oh, flash there from Vanguard so he doesn't get hit by the genocide bubble. And right now, I'm actually looking at the build from Elite Neat. I'm all over the place, but I'm like, looking at this build. That's not Frozen Heart. That's going to be the Iceborne Gauntlet. When I think Frozen Heart is like, you buy that, you win. It's going to slow Jax, it's going to slow Trundle, it's going to slow Caitlyn. You're going to be in a really good spot. But
you're going to slow Nami and Victor? No,
their attack speed, I guess. But now he's like, actually,
what do you got? What's cooking? Share it with the world.
I don't like it, but I'm a default to Neat knowing more than I do. He wants to bash
Absolutely.
people.
And I brought that up as well, that this was we said Malphite most played, but this was a position that he took on for this tournament as a primary mid laner. So, definitely building to his likings, but maybe not to the Zyrene class of Frozen Heart.
I'm sad it's not an AP Malphite then. Malphite mid is a legitimate strategy. You could play it and, bibbity bop some people.
Yeah.
It'd be really good.
Down to the Drake, an Ocean Drake. on the side of Google. Will they decide to pick it up? Amazon's been doing a great job, usually falling behind in objectives within this series. They have the 2 Cloud Drakes. We've had a majority Cloud Drakes, like 90% Cloud Drakes in this series. It's been a little crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like beyond 90, I think.
Have we seen an Infernal? Because I think we saw...
No, Mountain and Ocean.
Mountain, Cloud, Ocean. Yeah. No Infernals at all.
Oh, hello, Skeptic. Cross the river without a paddle. Rule of thumb, always bring a friend.
Ooh.
And it looks like they'll be all right. True Shot Barrage is going to
TP.
slice through the team
TP.
and not...
TP.
Like, oh, the unstoppable force right in the middle of the team. Scuttle's mixed up in this one as well. Emperor gets back. Beautiful shield to keep him alive with a sliver of health as he limps out of the fight. And Elite Neat is playing Shen, but in a Malphite's body this game. He was going in on Shen last game over and over, but it wasn't having the impact he needed. This game is spot on.
Man, he started off on the wrong foot. He got ganked. He got spanked by Mega Zero after that. But he just turned it around. His ultimates have been quite good. The previous one, killing Skeptic. This one, killing Skeptic again. He's just paying him back.
Woo. Holy moly, turning up the heat in the Herbie Mobile. Elite Neat coming out big, a few more shots. Oh, Pilt over Peacemaker. I thought his passive was gonna come up. One last storm. Bzz. Oh, he got him. Camera, you're such a tease. The laser hits, no need for the afterburn.
And there's something ironic about killing Pantheon via the Achilles heel.
Oh, got him.
Right in the Achilles tendon. His only weakness.
Got him. Oh, dear. All right.
It's poetic.
Where do they go next? And who did they take down next? The gold lead catapulting now for Google 4,000 in their favor. As Amazon was making very quick work of the beginning of this game. And you know what? For a season of being ahead all the time, usually you don't get to play from behind. Google had the same kind of problem. It's a good problem to have, being ahead all the time.
Yeah.
But it definitely seems like Google is ready to kind of turn it on once they have the lead and start using everything they can. Another kill onto Panda 0, 5, and 5 currently.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Apocalypse, no flash.
The man drop coming through. Oh, the unstoppable force. They are unrelenting right now on the side of Google. This is ridiculous.
But nobody...
It's like they have GPS locators or something.
And nobody's actually answering. Nobody's answering Mega Zero. So obviously they have this pulled up in Earth right now, saying, all right, where is he? They see him on the south side, saying, all right, time to go for the Baron. Is this on Skeptic to steal this? Potentially, but like now it's like Jax is just split pushing. They're they're actually just seeding the Baron and getting turrets instead. Remember, they had 0. They just picked up 3 of them. Whew. But it's I guess it's the best of a bad situation there.
Right, right. Interesting choice, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
Remember we were talking about Vanguard having a really good Rise game last game? Bans came out towards him this time.
Yeah.
Playing the Aurelion Soul, he got the roams on. He's 4-0-2. We saw him roam towards bottom side. He's got that Dark Seal, 10 stacks on it. So I really do like that he's popping off once again, having a deathless game. And Vanguard, team captain, actually allowing, or I guess getting to the sides of the lanes and helping his team. That's the thing, is like a good captain has people help him, but a great captain helps everyone else.
Absolutely. I think you can see that a lot through Aframu's play. And actually just kind of the aura, his captainness, if you will, brings to the team. And I feel like, you got Vanguard in mid 402. He's been playing well. That aura kind of comes off, and they're listening. They're ready to act, and the team is right behind him. Google seems to be on point here as they are looking to give Amazon their first series loss of the season in the grand finals. Panda, he's got 2 teammates behind him. Everywhere is almost considered too far out at this point. They are going to lose Zatia, though, as he gets himself into the fight. A huge Malphite comes in. His Elite Neat tries to stomp his foot down and make an impact for the team. Vanguard flies in, throwing the stars. One last on the right side, gets stopped under the turret as Mega Zero gets the counter-strike in. They are able to just route and drop Amazon Google inside the base, and they may have enough damage to put the finishing touches on.
They have the Baron buff. They have this gigantic minion wave. They just got an ace. It's 15 seconds on Panda, and they have their ADC up. This might be game, Riv.
This is absolutely crazy. The first 7 games of the season that Amazon played they had victory. They got a 2-week bye because they were placed first seed, and Google lost to them throughout the season. This is Google's revenge match.
Again!
This is everything they want. Another kill coming in as Elite Neat brings out the beautiful Malphite pick this game. Huge plays from the captain Vanguard in the mid lane. And it is going to be Google, Alpha Zero LoL, taking the 2018 Spring Grand Finals for After Hours Gaming League.
And that means that Against Malaria is going to be the charity that walks away with that first place prize behind them, with Google being the most charitable on the After Hours Gaming League
Absolutely.
teams.
What a game. You can see him on your screen right there. He looks like a Jarvan, but that is Elite Neat. He is a Malphite player, and it was one of his most played as he came into this series for the split.
Yeah, had the engages on point. I also got to shout out Zatia, the Pantheon Ultimates.
Boom, there he is.
He shut down the Caitlyn so hard. Panda did not get to play the game. He's 0, 7, and 6.
Yep.
Because of the fact that they constantly put pressure on him. Mazuza, who had a bad Ezreal into Caitlyn game 1, able to turn it around in a mirror match in the final game, the one that really matters here to bring it all home. And Amazon, like you said, hadn't dropped a single game. They were 13-0 coming into the finals here, and they end 14-2, but those 2 losses are the 2 most important losses of the season.
Absolutely crazy. Good stuff coming out. We'll do a quick look at what went down in Champion Select Damage before we head off. We won't be able to get an interview with the teams as they did go to a best of 3. If it went a little early, we would be able to talk to the captains, but they both played absolutely well. We'll get the graphs up here for damage, and it's looking pretty good.
But look at
And
neat.
you can see it. So much coming out from that Ezreal in the bot lane. A much different game than game 1. And a little bit surprised that they would go back to it after it floundered as it did.
Yeah, but also the Malphite pick. I like that they locked it in third, didn't have it get banned. The adjustment from game 1.
Yep.
So it gave them engage, and then this composition, that's 3 auto attack based champions from Amazon, really just made it so that Neat, he was shut down, but he's still always relevant in the game, and his damage is very high, considering most of the time you see damage like that when you're hitting a tank. But he wasn't hitting tanks. He was hitting squishy champions.
It's true. Malphite's damage as well, Elite Neat, going crazy. More damage than the other team. You can even combine a few of those numbers, and he's still doing it. Absolutely insane. Once again, Team Google taking the After Hours Gaming League Grand Finals here in the spring 2018 for Against Malaria. An awesome cause, as you can see, works to help protect people from malaria around the world and fund anti-malaria nets and a lot of facilities that help that cause.